Welcome to Blue Skies from the Basement. My name is Austin. Joining me as fucking always is my best friend, the Savage God himself, Wes.
Hello there.
Joining us behind the camera is our wonderful producer, Trey.
What's up?
And joining us right here is our beautiful banana, Junie. And also joining us over there is our good friend, Emily.
What's up?
Hey, Trey, do you take a pre-podcast shit?
No.
No?
No.
Even before you leave to come over here, you don't.
No, I shit once a day and it's like in the morning.
I don't even shit once a day. It's like an every 2 day thing for me.
Okay.
That's great.
My stomach's fucked, you know that.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
They're
think
like cooking that shit for
everything's working.
it's a real pot roast of a shit. Kinda like crock pot for a bit.
I'm just about it because me and Wes both took a shit before we
Yeah.
he was like, oh, I'm gonna take my pre-podcast shit and then I'll be on my way.
Ritual.
And I was like, man, I kind of have to shit myself actually, so I'm
And
gonna
then I
do
was
that.
like, does everybody take a pre-podcast shit? And I was sitting there like, do I have to shit?
How was your shit?
It was pretty solid, 7 out of 10.
You did say that earlier. Mine was bad.
He was gone for like 2 whole minutes.
Oh yeah, that's good night clean shit.
Oh yeah, it's good.
I've never met anybody. I do that where I'm like, I won't go until it's like right fucking there, and then I'm like, all right, I'm done. And then I'll leave.
We sit there for a while
I
because
don't go in there to fuck around.
I was on my phone. Usually that like before when everything was going on and the vibe in the house was not the best. That was like my peaceful spot.
You're like,
So I would
nobody's
just-
gonna bother me.
I
if
would
I
sit
take
there
a
on my
shit.
phone and just like chill. I'm like, you can call for me. Be like, I'm taking a shit.
That's
You
so
know?
sad. You're like, I can only escape everybody in the shitter.
Basically,
You're like
yeah.
shitting like 6 times a day so that
No,
you can get.
no, it wouldn't. I would actually take a shit, but I just kind of sit there and chill for a little bit on my phone. And I'd stand up, and my fucking legs would be asleep and shit, and you're like walking all fucking weird. Yeah, that's me.
Oh yeah, my fucking kids make fun of me when my leg falls because I have a terrible chair in my fucking desk. So my legs will be asleep and I'm like hand against the wall, like stumbling.
And they're like, all right, old man.
Yeah. Oh shit. So
No, I still wanted to tell you about my shit.
you said it was
It
bad.
was really bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't solid, but it came out projectile. So it essentially was a solid column of water that shot out of me.
Oh,
Dude,
I
I
have
hate
that.
that.
I have that
Yeah.
sometimes.
Fucking shit, man.
Yeah.
Exactly what
it's
that
like
shit is.
having diarrhea and it's so runny, it's like you're just pissing out of your ass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm
dude.
like,
And it always like burns a little. You're like, oh
I
god.
can't enough that I don't think there was any contact after. It was just a clean split out. There was a wet shit. I wiped. There was
Oh, God.
wow, that really shot out of there.
Actually, mine, I wiped once. There was like nothing there. I was like, that really did come out fucking solid, dude. That shit was nice. Holy fuck.
Alan calls that a ghost shit, and I'm like, do you not shit like that normally?
I thought it was you feel something come out and then you
You
look
don't
down in the
see it.
toilet and you don't see anything. That's a ghost
See,
shit.
that's what I said.
It's a ghost wipe if you
Yeah.
take a shit and then
Like terminology change.
Yeah. gotta be right. about
One
the shit.
word difference.
Very important that you get shit terminology exactly correct.
We will lose all credibility if you do not know about our shit.
Our listeners would be very upset, and we would get our first email ever from somebody that would be like, "Hey, you're wrong about
I don't know
terminology."
shit about shit.
Hey, you don't know shit about, speaking of the email, discusspodcast@gmail.com.
Hey.
Send us your emails. Anything. Tell us anything you want. I don't know. Be the
Funny
first.
story
Be the first person.
from earlier in the fucking week. It's a funny story from earlier in your life.
Yeah.
Didn't we? We picked a theme for this week. Where's your peaceful place?
Yeah. We're at this peaceful place at.
Peaceful place?
Yeah, like a place that you could go and you're just like peaceful. Like you just feel like.
We were trying to figure out where to go earlier, and I was like, give me like one of your favorite places. Like there's a place that you go and you're like, ha.
my house.
My house.
Yeah.
My desk chair.
I definitely feel that.
Come
living room
see
couch.
my Hobbit corner. Where
Yeah.
I have video games all
Yeah.
day.
Literally a hobbit corner right there. That is, one of my places.
other
But
than
we were talking
home.
about going out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was younger, Kansas, the
Ooh,
that was
yeah.
the gay part.
I was like, damn, Kansas. That's
You're
crazy.
That's a far
Is
drive.
that where you're from?
Actual Kansas.
Yeah. We would.
My long stance on the show. Fuck
Fuck, actually.
we.
sucks.
There was like a place where you could like go back on the path, and then you would hop on the railroad track and walk down like maybe
Yeah.
like half a mile or something like that.
It's kind
and
of a long. If you're going down there, it was like we're going down to Kansas. We'll be back in an hour and a half.
Yeah, oh yeah. So we would walk down there, and like there was like graffiti and shit, and it was like the like a bridge for the railroad, and we would just go like underneath of it and just sit there and smoke weed and drink and just like chill or whatever. Like when we couldn't smoke and drink at the park.
Yeah. I had a nice little path down to the water.
Yeah,
There was, like,
yeah.
a little island in the water underneath the bridge. It was cool.
We'd fuck around down there. Somebody got baptized down there one time.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
I took a traffic cone up the ass down there.
What? Crazy shit happened down there. man.
Kinky.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
We were jumping over.
You don't know
like,
about
one of
that? I
the-
figured you were the one that did it.
That I'm the one that put it up his
Yeah.
ass?
Yeah.
I wish I was.
we were, you know the tall traffic cones, like the tall skinny ones?
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that motion.
The tall, skinny ones.
Kinky again.
Kinky.
Keeping it on theme.
Yeah, we just had it like down on that little island part.
Yeah.
And we're like jumping over it and trying not to fall in the water. And I miscalculated the jump and it went right up my ass.
You credit carded yourself with the traffic cone?
Yeah, and it kind of like bounced off of it. The way Holden tells the story, because he was down there,
No,
is
he
that there was
popsicled himself. He didn't
Yeah,
slide.
Oh,
he
yeah.
fucking popsicled
the way
himself.
Holden retells the story is that there was a suction sound when I popped off the top of it. I was like, no, there
No
wasn't.
way.
Fucking, there's not. But
That's ridiculous.
Why can you do that sound way too well? That was way too good.
You know, have
we
you ever
need
seen-
that sound. Just
Okay.
Have you ever seen videos where people like make a noise with something like a zipper and then they'll all try to imitate it? I'm really stupid good at that, and I
Really?
don't know why.
That's awesome.
But I can't beatbox for shit, so like I have no use for it.
you
You
just
and
do the singular noises,
Just a singular noise.
but not to a rhythm.
Yeah.
you and
exactly.
Cody would get along great. Cody's really good at that.
Oh yeah,
like,
Cody
just making
does
random fucking
awesome
noises.
voices and sounds. And
Oh
shit.
yeah.
If I hear a funny sound, I'll like I'll just repeat it. That's like an autistic tick of mine.
That's cool.
Where if
though.
I hear
know,
like
I
a
feel
weird
that.
noise, I'm like, oh, I can do that.
That's cool though. Oh yeah. So yeah, Kansas when we were younger.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a spot now. I mean, like, there's the under the bridge section on the path, the Scioto Mile.
Oh yeah, where we always stop and take a little chill pill.
Yeah, that place, that's relaxing for me. I like
Ooh,
that
yeah.
spot.
What about you, Trey? You ever get out of the house?
No.
He was
Me
I don't,
just
either,
I
like,
don't, I don't fit anymore. When I was a kid and I lived in these apartments, there was a place in like the tree line where like the trees were separated and it was like a divot, and I'd go back there sometimes. That place was fucking awesome. But obviously I don't live there anymore. That place is like an hour and a half away.
Random spots in the woods as a
Yeah.
kid, place to fucking be.
Yeah.
I told him mine is a spot over by my mom's house. She still fucking lives there, and in an apartment, which is crazy. And it's like it's the same thing where there's just like this one little separation in these woods, and I went down there one day, and you know, like creeks that are drainage for like all the sewer grates and all the rainwater and how it goes through like a big tunnel underneath the street.
Yeah.
I just happened upon one of those, and it's like this big cement wall with a big like cave,
Yeah.
and there's a creek running through it, and I used to go down there all the fucking time. I want to paint a mural on that wall, like that. That was always my
That's
place
cool.
to go.
Yeah.
That back in that spot, there was like a tree that got knocked over when Hurricane Ike happened, and like a bunch of storms came. Like the winds were so crazy, this tree fell over, and it just made it even better. Honestly, like there was more spots to sit, and we ended up calling it Split Ends for some reason. And I was like, cool, there's a place with a nickname, we can hang out.
With a nickname.
I mean, that was Kansas for us. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, hey, do you guys want to go to Kansas? And we'd be like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Hell yeah.
I took you to the Blood Bowl, right?
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Behind the Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, I don't. That was one thing that I was really excited about when I moved up here. I was like, they have Timmy's.
Tim
Oh,
Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
It's not even that exciting.
Okay, no,
Timmy
look,
Hose is pretty slapping sometimes.
It's aight.
Sometimes.
It's aight.
I'm a donut fiend. Like, I love donuts. And compared to Krispy Kreme, Tim Hortons all the way.
What about Dunkin'?
I used to work at Dunkin', so I have like a
Yeah,
bias.
That does ruin it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I have only been to Tim Hortons in Canada.
Okay.
And that's the place to go for Tim Hortons.
Where Tim Hortons was
And there's
born.
one,
Right.
and there's one right up the street from my house, and I'm like, I need to go to fucking Tim Hortons. I need Timbits.
They've got fucking
Timbits do slap though.
avocado toast now.
Fucking, I used to eat that every morning when I worked
Yeah.
at TQL on my boring office cubicle job.
It's
Oh,
pretty
like,
fucking
huh.
good too. I had some avocado toast from Tim Hortons with a couple slices of bacon on top
Thank
of it.
you.
I was like,
Thank you. I was like, Alan talked about how he can eat a raw potato with like
What?
just salt on
Yes.
it, and I'm like, avocados. Avocados. I fucking love avocados. And he looked at me funny.
Yeah, I
I was
did.
like, avocados are good as shit.
They are.
I
They're
looked at it
delicious.
funny as fuck and was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And even
They're, like,
Alan,
super
even
good for
Alan
you.
was like, "But you need like a spoon or something to like."
You do.
Yeah, that's a
You
whole
need to at
fucking
least
process.
like pit it.
And it's like if you don't get it,
It's pretty easy.
you have
It is.
like a 2-minute window where it's like perfect.
Before it turns brown.
It's like when it's ripe, it's this 2-minute window, and if you don't get it exactly, then do you know how to tell when an avocado?
You squish it. I
I
can
mean,
tell.
there's that, but also if you can pop the top off of it really easily.
Really?
Mhm. That little nub at the top of it, because I used to work in kitchens and do prep and shit,
Right.
and so if it's hard to get it off, it's not
not ready yet.
Yeah, it's not ready yet. But if
And
you can
now
just
I
like,
know.
if you can
I've
just go
just been like fondling fucking avocados, like no,
Like a nice
this one's
pair
not
of
ready.
titties.
Yeah, this one's not ready yet.
I like that it went sexual because the whole time, I was just, when you said hard to get it off, I was over here already doing that in my head anyway.
we have been making sexual innuendos all fucking day too, and so this is like fucking
I like that
hilarious.
it's immediately we're all over head.
It is
fine.
so far in the gutter.
He's looked at me like 4 times today and been like, "You're as bad as me," and I'm
Like,
like, "I know."
Seriously. So peaceful places. She asked me that, and I was like, well, half baked. Like going there is like one of my peaceful places. Like it's a bar. I like to drink, and they have good drinks there. But then also the people. Like I feel at home with these people. Like
I could feel
Yeah.
it. I was like, "This reminds me of Ollie's. Like if
Yeah.
Ollie's had a bar, that would be it."
yeah.
And I bugged them for years to get that licensing to put. You know how they had like that upper level that they literally did nothing with. It's just
Yeah.
stairs and then a platform.
Yeah.
It's like put a fucking bar up there, but
Hey Trey,
couldn't get the
can you
licensing.
hand me my liquid sitting up there?
My liquid.
Will you shut the fuck up?
I hate it.
I hate how much
It's just
attention.
a vial that says Austin's liquid.
I hate it.
Whoa! Wait a minute
I
there,
hate
bud.
it that he calls it
Keeps
my
a jar of
liquid.
his liquid on
And
his
I don't
desk.
say vape juice.
Vape juice. 'Cause, first of all, I used to work in a vape store, so
Nobody cares.
At least
Ew.
you don't say liquid.
Niquid?
liquid.
Yeah.
That's,
What the
well, that's
fuck
a
is
brand.
that?
That's a brand.
Yeah, I mean, people online in like the vape forums.
Nick Liquid.
Yeah, nicotine liquid.
Nick-
Liquid.
Vape Nation.
Niquid. You better get the fuck out of here with that shit. Don't you ever fucking...
Vape name.
And I love it too when
Vape
people see like my vape and shit and they're like, "Oh, you're really into it." I'm like, "No, I'm not." Actually,
I just like this method of.
I just
I-
quit
yeah.
smoking cigarettes because they're fucking terrible
Yeah,
for me,
yeah.
and this doesn't smell or taste like ass.
And I have to be like, I don't like the disposables because I don't like spending money like constantly or having to go and buy it. Like I buy my liquid once a week and then
The
that's it.
only reason I bought this is because I don't know what happened to my bottle of fucking vape juice. I looked for it everywhere, and I'm like, my mod is just
To your
sitting
liquid?
here.
Can't find your liquid.
Oh, I know where my liquids are. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I keep my liquids inside of me at
Yeah.
most times. Most times.
I keep
Sometimes
my
they come
liquids-
projectile out of my ass. But otherwise,
Call back.
most of my liquids stay in.
But
I know where my liquids are. Thank you very much.
but yeah, so like I was telling you, I walked in and literally got called out by my full fucking name, and then like seeing Johnny and everything, and I was just like sitting there like watching the skate videos and shit, and like had a beer and was like talking with Emily and stuff, and we were like fucking around with the bartender, and Johnny was coming over. And,
No, we weren't fucking around with the bartender. I was low-key trying to fuck the
you
bartender.
were. I was like, God, can you chill the fuck out?
I was like, can we make out? It's Pride Month. This is the gayest I'm allowed to be all year. I'm like, you're fucking hot, and she's like, thank you.
So this is what's really funny too, and I think it's funny is that I know her actually, like because she
Actually.
has been worked there.
Actually.
She's worked there for a while, and I thought she was hot too. And
She's fucking
definitely
smoking.
thought about hitting on her one time when I was there, like by myself, and
But
never
you don't
did.
fuck your bartender.
No.
You don't fuck your bartender.
But then you walked in and you were just like, you are just so pretty, and I was like, we can't do that. Like, that is not a thing that we could do. Like,
Music
and
festivals. We were just talking about music festivals, and
Yeah.
I love being gay because like I can walk into a music festival and be like, hey, like some random stranger, and I'd just be like, hey, your ass looks phenomenal, and most of the time they're like, you wanna fucking touch it? And I'm like, yes. Yeah, or I'm like, your tits are exquisite, and they're like, thanks, they're real, you want to feel them? And I'm like, I love being a woman.
could you imagine if we did that?
Woo!
No.
I can
Exactly.
imagine it, but
And what would the outcome be?
well, I'm
I
imagining.
actually don't even want to imagine it.
Brain
Yeah.
explosion.
You would get your shit rocked real fucking quick.
Well, I'm not touching without permission.
No. I just mean saying it.
Did you
Just
ever tell us
saying
your
it.
peaceful place, Emily?
I did, yeah, the creek
I-
by my mom's house.
That's right. We talked about it.
Yeah,
I
I've got a couple. That one's not current either.
Right.
Like for some reason, we all went back to our childhood
Yeah,
like
because
places.
I don't have.
Well, I don't leave anymore.
Yeah, because now we're
Yeah.
old and we're like our peaceful place is our house. Duh.
Yeah.
I like to chill at home.
Everywhere else is kind of
He said-
anxiety inducing.
He said, "What's your favorite place?" And I went like, "Tip top favorite place," and he went, "Is it Lost Lands?" And I was like, "It's fucking Lost Lands." I go to this music festival every year. I've gone every year since its inception, and every year I've watched it grow from like this tiny little EDM festival to like we maxed out at 75,000 people last year, and I have never felt more comfortable around a group of strangers in my life.
That's awesome.
It's great. Like, they'll fucking open up mosh pits and shit, but the second you go down, they're like, help this person. You'll have 15 people, like, you need a blanket, like, you need some water, here, chew some gum. You need to
That's
go to the med
pretty cool.
tent, you okay?
I mean, not that everybody does it, but that's like from the metal community too. Like
It
that
is.
is a definite rule with the metal community that, you know, if somebody goes down, you fucking pick them up and you make
Absolutely.
sure that they're okay. Like I was crowd surfing one time at Rock on the Range and accidentally kicked this girl in the face. Like, I mean, square, just
Yeah.
fucking like full shoe, just straight flat on her
I
fucking
have seen
face.
that happen a lot.
I pulled myself down from other people
And you were just like, oh my god, I'm so
right
sorry.
in front of her, and I like held her and was like, "Are you okay?" And she's like holding her face. She's like, "Yeah, I'm good." I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm the fuck out of here."
I watched a girl, so we have rail riders at
Yeah.
Lost Lands where you're like up on the rail.
Yeah.
I watched a girl smack her face off that rail.
Ooh.
Like, absolutely just bam! And she went down, and like, how quickly that entire group of people just backed up, and then everybody was like down on the floor with her, like, are you good? She was fucking gushing, and she just got right back up and was like, yeah! And then like kept going, and I was like, this bitch is fucking hard, what the hell?
Was she on drugs?
She was on copious amounts of drugs. Yeah. I
That'll
mean,
do it to you.
Yeah.
That'll do it to you.
She's like, I don't even feel it. And it's like, well, that's good, because you look like you're fucking dying. So, hey, more power to you.
And so, like, going to Half Baked is definitely a peaceful place for me. And you can contest to this, but going anywhere where it's like I'm around people that are like me, like, that's where I thrive at, is like
Oh,
being
yeah.
a social person, like, and just being extroverted as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
that is where I'm the most happy, is just like, you know, talking to people. I don't even like this is like my peaceful place, but if I'm alone, I don't necessarily like that. I like to be able to talk to people. That's why I love fucking Discord. Oh my god, Discord, thank you so much. And like being able to play games with my friends and, you know, continue to make friends and shit like that. I that is where I'm the most peaceful, is just being able to go out, be myself, talk to people, have fun. That is when I'm like, everything else that I deal with on a day-to-day basis is gone. I'm just happy and talking to people and making, and like we were talking about not pulling your phone out and like taking pictures and shit like that before the show.
Oh yeah.
And like that, I very rarely do that. And I've been trying to do it a little bit more just to kind of capture some of the moments, but I'll do it like maybe once or twice and then, you know, keep going. But because I'm just so in the moment, I don't think about my phone.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
when we
think
went to the
about-
beach, there was like a designated 5-minute picture time with the kids where I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my phone and I'm gonna take pictures and then I'm gonna put it away and it's gone for the rest of the fucking day.
Oh,
Like,
I wanted to ask something about that. Did you say goodbye to me?
Yes.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
did?
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't remember it at
We
all.
were pretty drunk by then.
I definitely remember you were there and then you weren't, and I was like,
Where the fuck is
He
Wes?
just faded away.
I was like, Did Wes say goodbye to me?
No, I'm pretty sure I was like,
he-
I'm gonna go grab my car and bring it around, and then grab the rest of the shit.
You
and I'll grab the
definitely said
kids.
bye.
Yeah, and I said, yeah, and I'll watch the kids. But,
Yeah.
But then you just walked away, and then I didn't see you after that.
I'm pretty sure I said bye
He
after that.
definitely
because I
said
came and got the
goodbye.
kids.
Okay, yeah, I was definitely drunk. I'm
I
not
was
gonna
like,
lie.
Where's my kids?
But I felt like, didn't remember it, even in that moment, it was like, Wes just left and didn't say goodbye to me. What the fuck? Like,
No, I said bye to Garrett and everything. I said,
Speaking of photos, we went to go see some fireworks last night, and I'm gonna post the photo that I took of you and Amelia to Chill Sesh.
Oh, yeah, please, actually.
Yeah, if
I
you guys
want you
wanna
to
pull
send
that
that to
up.
me, actually.
I did on Snapchat.
I don't know if it'll pull up on Discord.
It should
I
be
could
in
send-
Chill Sesh.
Well, because that is, I think the scene is specific to that.
Our DM?
Yeah, the DM.
Yeah.
So if you could send it to me, and then I will
It
send
has been sent on Snapchat, and I even saved it in the chat.
But I can't save it, though.
Why can't you save it?
It doesn't allow me to save it.
You
bud.
just hold it down and
Look
put
at
save
these
to camera
boomers not
roll.
knowing how to use tag.
Wait, what?
No, come on, Grandpa. Get with the times.
Back in my day, we didn't have all these
You
snappy
go
chats
to
out
it,
there.
and you just press and hold.
Oh my god,
and
we've had
save to
so
camera
much
roll.
more conversation.
I know, since then.
Yeah.
Dude, when I remember, like, oh, I gotta go find this thing that we were just talking about, and then I'll be like scrolling for 5 minutes, like, oh god, that was longer ago than I thought it was.
I mean, you can
We
also
talked
just
so much.
you can also just click on the profile and go down to saved in chat, and there
I don't
it is.
know how to use this fucking
No, I don't
snappy.
use Snapchat.
I don't know how to use this snappy chat that you people have been fucking.
Snappy chat. I don't even have your
people
phone number. Like, we've only exclusively talked on Discord.
You know,
and Snapchat.
I thought about that actually. I was wondering about
Oh,
that.
did you think about it?
I did think about it, and I was like, I don't even.
And we're like 2 weeks deep in this, and he's like, "Should I ask her for her phone number? Is it a little too late now?"
So Trey, if you scroll
Come
down
over to my
the
house first, phone
Discord
number later.
little thing there, and
I am this friend, and he
Keep
didn't
going, keep
realize
going,
it
keep going.
until I did this.
Yeah,
I am
click on
this
that.
friend.
and now switch the scene to the Discord. It's a little dark, but you can kind of see. Oh well, we're the little camera down in the left-hand corner of the screen is covering up Amelia, but right at the corner of you can see the top of her head. So like right where his mouse is Amelia, and then there's me leaning on the car. And dude, I'm telling you, she sat. I was like, "Do you want to?" Okay.
She was glued.
She got out of the car because the two fireworks that started it like went off, and she got out of the car and just went, and I was like, "You want to sit on the hood?" And she was like, "Yeah." And she sat there, and I swear to God, the entire time she was just stuck like this,
She was geeking,
just
like,
fucking. And then she was like, "Yellow,
yellow,
purple."
blue.
Like I was like, "What the fuck?" And so we were just sitting there, and I was leaning on my car and watching it,
And I just took like a couple steps back, and I went, "He's gonna like this."
yeah, and got this fucking perfect photo that needs a little work.
It
done
does.
to
It needs
yeah.
it needs a little editing. I could
Yeah.
probably do that.
Yeah.
But
Because it's a little dark.
it is
but
very dark.
It was awesome.
Send it to me.
Howdy.
Hold
would-
up,
I would
Austin
very
actually
true.
thought about
I like
something.
doing that
Shut
too.
the fuck up. Oh, man. I actually thought about something. What's up, Ethan? But yeah, no, it was awesome. Like it was a lot of fun. I mean, going to the Parks of Roses.
We went to
Columbus-
the
yeah,
Columbus
Parks of-
Park of Roses, and then we
Columbus
went
Park.
out to go see some fireworks. She was pissed when those fireworks were over.
Oh yeah, she
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
"I want more," and I was like, "Dude,
It's about to be 4th of July. I work in fireworks.
fuck-
Don't worry. I'll get you guys to some more fireworks.
yeah."
Right. Yeah.
The biggest
There'll
one
be
that we
plenty
do,
more.
the biggest one that we do is in Vandalia, which is out by Dayton, and it's massive. It takes us 2 whole days to put up the entire show.
Damn.
Yeah, so I want us to go to that one, and I want them to get like relatively close because that show is phenomenal.
Yeah, let's make a fucking trip out of it, y'all.
Absolutely.
fun.
I like fireworks. Kids like fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, even like at the end when they like shoot off all the salutes, right?
Salutes.
Yeah.
Those are the loud ones that aren't like very big. They're very small in the sky, but they're loud as
fuck,
hell.
and they
Yeah,
always shoot off
I
like a
like
shit ton.
those.
I fucking love those.
The ones that fucking hit you in the chest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
And we usually have a wall of them at the end of every show. Like just a wall of salutes go
Oh,
up,
that's
like
fucking
200
sweet.
of them. And you're just like, "Oh my god." And it feels like your body's vibrating.
so
That's
last night I
fucking
looked
awesome.
over at Amelia like right after that, and she was still just like big ass smile on her face, and I was like, I thought that would have scared you. Not at all.
No.
That bitch ain't scared of shit. I swear to
She's
God.
really not.
We've been to a fireworks show with the kids before.
Yeah, but we
But
were like
that-
underneath them.
But that
Yeah.
time when we went, like the kids weren't super into it.
Oh yeah,
I'm
like,
able.
they were
I'm,
like running around and shit.
Yeah, but now that they've experienced them a few times, now they're like at the ages where it's like, oh, I get, yeah, this is fucking amazing.
We
'Cause
were
first
like,
it's scary, then it's like, what the fuck's going
Since
on, and then it's awesome.
since I work for the company that does it, I can get us like right out of that fallout zone. So every inch that you have in a shell, you have to add like 50 feet to how far back
Yeah.
your crowd needs to be. So I can get us like right up to that line. Like the fucking fire trucks were like 15 feet in front of us.
I mean, there was some of
Dope.
them that popped off where I was looking up like this. It was like, oh shit! Like it was, and I've always wanted to be that close to like fireworks and shit. Like I absolutely like that.
But we
shit's
kept it at a safe distance for the kids. Like
Yeah.
I can be in the middle of that shoot site, and it's just like raining, like embers and like chunks of paper mache on your face. I've had you know those ones that'll explode and then they'll have little like individual crackles that
Yeah,
go off.
those are
called
dope.
those are called dragon eggs. And I've had a dragon egg. I was at. Have you ever seen the Friday night fireworks for the Reds games?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't watch sports.
We do
There's
that.
none of us here that watch sports at
Me
all.
either. But I do that, and I was laying on like the catwalk for the tugboat, and I was like laying on my back watching it, and one went off this close to my head, and I was just like, oh.
Jesus.
You do fireworks and swallow swords. You got all kinds of wacky skills.
I like how Trey remembered that,
Fucking
and I
awesome.
definitely
You
did
were
not.
drunk.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that
Last
this is
week.
a conversation we should have had on the last one.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
when we introduced Fruit Loop for the first time.
You're like cool shit that I do in my spare
Yeah,
time.
this is an interview question that we were bad interviewers.
Well, I was pretty tipsy by that point, anyways. So.
I went to art school. I like to make all kinds of crazy fucking art things.
I am getting better with my drinking, though. Actually, I've only had. This is my second beer today.
Oh, good.
I definitely would have had like 4 or 5 by this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah. But even going like to half baked, I just got one, and then we like hung out for a little bit, and then I left, and then I was like, I know I'm gonna want to drink for the show because I always do.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'll just grab something, and then that'll be it.
I needed to do what I was doing there for a minute, where it was like I would just have a bottle of water for every beer that I drank.
Oh yeah.
That's why I like the seltzers. I told him this earlier. I am drinking as much water as I am drinking alcohol, which means I don't wake up with a hangover.
Yeah.
Ever.
Excuse me.
No, it's
You had
ends
a
up-
high noon. They taste really fucking good. And you're
I'm
drinking
not a fan
vodka.
of seltzers.
Really?
Yeah, that's
I
right.
feel like they
Yeah, they're-
tasted like soda
No.
to me. I don't like White Claw. White Claw's a
I
little
hate
too
White Claw,
TV
too.
staticky for me.
Yeah.
Like you drink it and you're just like
You ever seen that post where it's like White Claw tastes
What do you
like it tastes like you're in a room with TV static while someone yells fruit flavors from another room.
LaCroix.
Look.
It's like you took
Oh, that's yeah.
like you took a can of just shitty soda water and just went
And then opened it up and drank it.
yeah, and then you opened up and drank it and went, I can kind of taste the lemon.
Now I will say that, like, and this is not sponsored at all, but the hint.
I
like
was literally
water-
just about to bring up hint.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm the person that likes that shit.
I like the hint.
The hint
The
is
hint-
fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that's
though.
actually pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
I love their, what is it, like green apple?
Mhm.
Yeah, the green apple one. I love those. Those are delicious. Hey, hint.
Hit a bitch up.
Take
Sponsor
the
us.
hint.
Take the hint and sponsor us.
Yeah. No, I like that shitty seltzer water stuff. It's good.
So do I. I like High Noons. I have
Yeah.
gone through a lot of different seltzers. You know who makes the worst fucking seltzer? Bud Light.
Well, that
Duh.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel
Or
like
like
that was a
the-
given. I
Or
didn't
like the
need you to tell me that.
strawberritas. You ever try their margarita fucking
Yes,
beers?
and they're fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, High Noons are the only ones I can.
I've gotten drunk off those.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's the same as like a Four Loko. Like you'll just take what you get at
Right.
that point. I just can't do malt liquor. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
High Noons because it is straight up vodka. I can't do malt liquor
I
anymore.
would
Malt
never.
liquor is
I would
so
never.
gross, and that was like my first alcohol.
People try to ice me all the time, and I'm like, hard fucking no. Like I'll shotgun a fucking High Noon. I'll do it, but I am.
I used to drink. Have you ever had a Cobra?
Wait a minute. Yes, I have actually. You're talking
Oh,
about the 24 ounce or
I
no,
used
no,
to
talking
drink.
about the
I used to
40
drink
ounce.
the
The 40
glass
ounce?
bottle ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
40
Yeah.
ounce.
Those
Kobe.
disgusting.
I'm pretty sure didn't
Me and Cody used to do the Old English, the Cobras, and the fucking, what was the other one? It was one of the high gravity Steel Reserve. We would get the big plastic bottle of Steel Reserves. We would get the King Cobras. We would
Well,
get...
no, didn't Floby one time do Edward Scissorhands with the fucking
Edward 40 hands.
Edward 40 hands.
Edward
Thank
40
you.
hands.
Thank you. With the Cobras,
Yeah.
the 40-ounce Cobras.
Another
duct taped
How I
them
Met
to
Your
his
Mother
fucking-
reference for the day.
We used to just get fucking plastered on shitty malt beer.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck malt liquor.
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh,
now
yeah.
that
It's
all
the
of my stomach
worst.
problems have set in and I'm old enough to get hangovers. I'm like, no. If I'm gonna burp it the next morning,
Dude.
I don't. That's why I can't drink like a whole bottle of wine like I used to, because you wake up with that stagnant wine taste in your mouth, and no matter what you do, you can't get rid of it. Like you could brush your teeth 6 times and still taste wine
Yeah.
in your mouth.
I don't even
have
like
to-
drinking fucking Reds Wickeds anymore. Like,
Oh no.
yeah, they're,
I know. I stopped.
Yeah, they're not
I stopped.
good.
I stopped.
Well, now you understand.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
a little more high class.
A little
with
more
your-
high class with the
am.
IPAs.
High class.
I'm a
with your
little
trash.
bougie. I'm a little bougie about it.
I gotta
Although,
taste the hops.
although I went over to your house and brought a truth with me, and you were like, truths. And I
I'm
was like, what
literally
the fuck? These are
from
good.
where Rheingeist was born, and Rheingeist is gross.
I disagree.
Rheingeist
I
is
fucking
so
disagree.
But I don't like IPAs.
Oh,
I don't like IPAs. I don't like beer.
I said the same thing, and I brought those ciders over the down east.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was drinking those for the. Shut up, Holden.
Fucking
Get
burp
out of
count.
here. He said Ryan Grace is gross too.
It really
Stop
is.
it. No, it's not.
It's kind of basic.
I just don't like beer. I just don't
Entry-level
like beer. That's it.
IPA.
That's
not
it. I can
fun,
do.
man.
I can do
For
liquor.
what you
I can do
get,
wine.
For what you can get. Okay, but you also know I'm a fucking whiskey snob. Okay, so if you guys want to get into something, I'm a whiskey snob, and I like.
You want to
really
know
good
why I was so
whiskey.
drunk at the
Whiskey is
beach?
better.
Because tell me what you would do if somebody handed you a flask and went, "You want some of this?" No, you don't. What would you do? You take a fucking shot of that whiskey, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And I did. And I fucking
I
did.
took a shot too. Yeah.
I did. He went, "You don't want this," and I was like, "Why are you
No.
antagonizing me
No.
right now?"
I went. That is not what I did. I went. Do you want to take a sip? You probably don't want this. And like trying to be nice, and then because
And I went,
I'd been
"Give me that."
because I'd been drinking a little bit, and so I was trying to be nice, and then was like, "Oh yeah, you're not a drinker, so you probably don't want this." And then you decided to take a
I
shot
mixed
on
my
your
darks
own.
with my lights, and
Yeah,
I
and
was
you got
fucking
fucked up.
gone.
It was, if you want to hand me that bottle right behind you there, Wes. It was this.
That you've been working on every time you've called me on Discord.
Oh, this has been gone for a grip.
Has it?
Yes, it has. High West Double Rye, which is
More product placement.
46% alcohol by volume.
And you were worried about my Mountain Dew?
Absolutely love this stuff. High West, if you guys want to sponsor us, we're gonna make.
We're just asking for sponsors.
Yeah. At this
episode.
point, yeah.
Listen
This
here,
is-
Pepsi. Listen here, Pepsi. I drink more of this than I do anything else.
This is actually a.
Land grant. You wanna?
These are actually perfect for making cups out of. So that's why if you look up there's a shit ton of those.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, so I used to
tell
be a
him to
bar. Shut the fuck up. I used to be a bartender, and I would go easy there. I would go home with the empty bottles every night because I was like, I used to make lamps out of them, where I would just shove Christmas lights down in them and like decorate them and turn them
Yeah.
into lamps.
Yeah. We
So
used to
I
make
have a
Christmas
lot-
lights that way.
I have a lot of top shelf empty liquor bottles that I just haven't turned in anything. I have fucking 2 crates of it. And you said they're good to make glasses out of. And that is another thing that I wanted to do, along with making candles that are scented like that alcohol. So like a Jack Daniels scented candle out of a Jack
Gross.
Daniels bottle.
Gross.
Well, yeah, but have you ever smelled a tobacco scented candle? It doesn't smell like tobacco.
No, not at all.
It doesn't smell like tobacco.
No.
It smells very like earthy and almost like cologne.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's
No,
very
get the fuck out of here,
it's-
dude. Stop it.
It's a good
Stop
scented
it.
fucking candle.
I like that.
That's actually Alan's dad's favorite scent of candle, and it's a good scented fucking candle.
It might be because of my childhood, but I want a candle that just smells like
Like a fucking cigarette.
a garage filled with cigar and cigarette smoke.
Dude,
Jesus
cigars, me too.
Yeah.
Like my dad used to smoke cigars every Christmas and stuff like that, and we'd sit out in the garage.
Yeah.
And that's a very nostalgic smell for me. Like really high class cigars.
I mean,
Car oil and fucking cigar smell. Yeah.
for me, a madness, like
Car oil on the cement of the garage because it has a different smell once it reaches the floor.
So my grandparents used to smoke in their house all the time, and then back when we were racing, like I kept all of my racing shit over there, like my jacket and gloves and arm restraints and everything. Well, we had like the show and tell one day at school, and I like brought my duffel bag full of all that stuff. Well, it smelled like that, you know, after smoke cigarette smell, and I fucking love that smell. I don't know why, but it's like if you smoke in a room and then like wait like maybe a day or something like that, or maybe a few hours, and then I walk in there, that like smell, I fucking
When you
love
first light a cigarette,
oh yeah,
I like that
yeah.
smell.
I don't know if this is probably just me, but hot black top that's been rained on has a unique smell
It
to
does.
Ooh.
It does.
Oh, God.
See, these would make like really good, like obscure candle scents.
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? Those are like the smells of our childhood.
I'm gonna out myself here on something that is really fucking dumb. That
You're
I
the
don't
Zodiac.
think. I don't think that I've ever.
Zodiac.
I don't think that I've ever really told anybody else ever. But back when we used to live in like a duplex apartment, like when I was really young, and you know how like you have the sidewalks that are like kind of white, and then when it rains they turn like brown. Well, I thought as a dumbass fucking little kid that it would taste like chocolate milk.
Oh
So
my
I would
God.
go and
lick the sidewalk?
lick the fucking side. I swear to
And
God.
you say I'm slow?
What?
I have a literal memory in my mind, a picture in my mind of me. I can take you. I
remember thinking stupid shit as a kid.
I can take you
But I
there.
never licked a sidewalk.
But
I
I
can-
never licked a sidewalk.
I can literally take you to the exact spot right now. It's off of Tusing.
Yeah.
I can take you to the exact
Not
spot.
off a Tusing.
No, well,
It's a dirty sidewalk.
no. No.
It
The
was
street
mud
is off
that
of
he
Tusing.
licked.
Okay.
Tusing and Aerosmith.
No, that whole area is dirty.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And dude, I can literally I can picture it in my head. I could take you to the exact spot that I'm picturing in my head where
There's
I
literally a
licked the
shit
sidewalk.
processing plant over
After,
there.
The
I
things
don't know.
we
Listen,
survived as children and didn't like come out
This-
thickly and
this is part of the reason why I think I'm a fucking idiot now, because I lick sidewalks when I. Yeah,
I remember thinking, like, why is the sun following us? Like, when we're in the car driving, you know, I'd be like, the sun's
moving
moving
with
with
the
us.
car.
Yeah.
We were just talking about like drinking out of the garden hose and how Gen Zers are like,
Oh,
was the
yeah.
faucet never a thing? And it's like, you never heard either you're inside or outside, you're letting my fucking cold air out.
Oh, right, yeah.
You didn't want to be trapped inside the house. The next time you got inside the house, they were like, well, you're in here now.
Right.
I had
So
somebody
we'd be like-
recently be like, you have the air on and the windows down while we were driving in the car. And I was like, because it feels nice. And they're like, you're wasting gas. And I was like, it's battery powered. Like, what the
You
fuck
dumb
are you-
bitch.
That's old shit that you're thinking right now.
Uh-huh. My mom said the same thing. She's like, don't run your AC too much, you'll run out of gas. And I'm like, Mom, this is fucking O2. Like,
One time it was raining outside while the sun was out, and someone told me that means the devil's beating his wife.
what the fuck?
How does that fucking correlate at all?
Just an old wives' tale
What
that you
the
tell your
fuck
kids
is
for
that?
some reason.
Hold
For
on.
what?
Why that, though?
Like, are you telling me that when I get older, every time the sun's out and it's raining, I should go beat my wife? Like, is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't know. That's not what I got
I
from
want to
it.
post.
That's what I got from it.
I'm
Well,
gonna post-
sorry, because I'm the type of person that'll be like, hell, oh yeah, damn it, I still. When we were walking back to the car, there was a guy that had a sign that said "Jesus saves," and I was like, "Hey, I'm about to be an asshole," and she was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "I'm about to be an
I was
asshole."
like, just let me know so I can either be a part of it or not. Like, give me that choice.
and then I was like, "I'm gonna walk by and go hail Satan," and she was like, "No,
No.
don't do that." And I was like, "Why not?"
I said, if you want to live your life being left alone, then you have to also leave other people alone.
But he's
Yeah.
in public. He's on fucking High Street.
And then I said, if he's looking for an altercation, I'd rather it not be with you.
And I
was
said,
like, if he's looking for somebody to walk up and argue with him about Jesus, I'd rather it not be you.
I wasn't trying to
You
walk
don't
up.
have to engage.
I wasn't trying to walk up and have a conversation with him. I was just gonna walk by and go hail Satan and then keep walking.
Yeah, until some Jesus freak roundhouse kicks you, and I'm gonna have to get fucking involved.
Nobody's gonna roundhouse kick me, okay?
You have no idea.
Oh Jesus!
Even if they don't, it just doesn't help anything at all to begin with.
I get that, and I just wanted to be an asshole and then keep walking.
If we were in the car, I would have let you. If we were like driving by, I would have let you.
Why didn't you tell me that then so I could drive by? I would have literally
you didn't need to go out of your way.
Yes, I do.
Drive-by Satanism.
Yes, I do. And I'm not even a Satanist. Like, I'm not even. I just feel like if you are gonna go out and stand out in the middle of the fucking street with a sign that says Jesus saves, I should be able to hail Satan.
I mean, sure,
in
but
the same
also
way.
they're setting up a trap. You know, they've got their sign. They're out in public.
But okay, but then think about it. If like somebody did do the same thing that he did and put up a sign that said "Hail Satan," how many fucking Jesus people would come up to him and then try and convert him back to or say anything else like
be better than the Jesus people, Austin?
No,
it's not that hard.
No, I refuse.
It's not that hard.
If somebody like that too, like if you do get into an argument with them, you're not going to change the dude with the sign out in public's mind. Like
that's why I wasn't trying to change his mind. I just wanted to fuck with him.
Yeah.
But
that's
okay, it's the same thing outside of abortion clinics. You know, all those Jesus freaks show up and they scream at you and hold up signs and shit. And now there are designated people that'll just open fucking umbrellas in front of them and be like, "Nope, you're not gonna fucking do that. You're not gonna fucking do that."
But now I went to Planned Parenthood to go get like STD tested. Like
Planned Parenthood doesn't just do a fucking abortion.
But that's the only thing that they focus on.
Yeah, there's a bunch of myths about Planned Parenthood.
It's called women's health for a fucking reason.
Well, they still do men's health too.
They do. They do. They've branched out, but it started off as women's health. It started off as an OB-GYN that was cheaper than going to the fucking OB-GYN.
Right. And to be fair,
fair,
it was started by a woman who had some pretty fucked up ideas about race and like controlling the population and who could have babies, but they have since rescinded that stance, and that lady's dead.
And that lady's fucking dead.
Yeah, like
where she should be.
There's all sorts of weird myths about Planned Parenthood that people like to use against it. It's like not really.
Tell me about it. As an owner of a uterus, fucking tell me about it.
I want to walk through one of those lines and see what they would say to me. Like,
I'm here to get my fucking balls checked. Could you leave me alone?
I don't think that they would even say anything to me. I would literally be able to walk through that line. They wouldn't say a fucking word to me just because I'm a dude. And I'm like,
there's videos of those people like yelling at people walking in, like, "Hey, you support this? Like, what the fuck are you doing?"
Oh, well, if I would be like,
"I'm here
hey,
to get a prostate exam. Would you rather stick your finger up my asshole and do it for me, or can I let the doctors do it?"
I would literally pull my pants down right there and just be like, "Here, check it."
Check
it for me.
I'd be like, I'm here to get a sex change, and then I'm gonna get pregnant just to get an abortion. Fuck you.
I like the way you think. I like the way that foul little mind works over there. Shit. That's a good one. That's a fucking good one. I just want to go there not pregnant and like fake that I'm going in to get an abortion. I walk out with like a fake bloody fetus and be like, "Here's your baby. You want to take it home?"
Strap on one of those fake baby belly things.
Yeah. That you can hide snacks in for the movie theater.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe it.
No, and just come out like completely deflated, size fucking 0.
Yeah, take it off before you come out. Just ditch it. Yeah.
And then like just hand them like a fake like bloody fetus and be like, "Here you go. Since you wanted this baby so bad, you can take it home now."
Take it home with
Mushed
you.
up hamburger.
They would never come back.
Oh,
they would.
hopefully
They'd be scarred for life. Especially if I came out with it like in a jar.
Jesus Christ.
They let me keep it. Do you want to keep it? Do you want to raise this baby? Go ahead.
Take my aborted fetus.
Take my aborted fetus.
Take it and raise it to be your own fucking piece of shit.
Weird white supremacist Jesus fucking Viren.
for people, to make it a little more serious, for people who want like good information on like what actually happens with like abortions at a place like Planned Parenthood, there's a really good Radiolab episode about it where they talk about like there's like the myth about them vacuuming the baby out. Well,
there's a really good place called Google that you can use too.
Yeah, but if you just want to like listen to
ignorant.
like a under an hour long like condensed scientific thing about what's actually going on, you can go listen to this Radiolab
the fact
episode
that
about
even
abortion.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, the smartest man on fucking earth, is like abortion should always be legal.
Wait a minute.
Like that's
Wait a
not
minute.
fucking
Are you
easy.
telling me that they don't just stick a metal hanger up there and just fucking
Fish
jab around until they feel like, you know, you're good?
No, they
News to
have
me.
those places so that people don't do that.
Don't do that. That's called a back alley abortion. so that people don't shove young women down a flight of fucking cement stairs.
I mean, I can only think of South Park when I hear abortions.
Every time somebody brings up South Park to me, I just think of the episode where they all had testicular cancer and were bouncing around on them, like
Oh, yeah.
fucking sitting
That was
bouncing.
that was the
legendary
dispensary episode too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the Kentucky Fried Chicken side story with Eric Cartman.
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders saying, "Don't you fuck me, Eric," is one of my favorite things in the world.
When he goes,
Never fuck me.
when he goes with the when he first meets the other kid, he's like, I'm getting a big shipment in. I want you to go and, like, you know, get it for me.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, oh yeah, I got you. And then he goes and he's like eating some of the chicken and he, you know, dips his finger in the gravy and he's like, are you trying to fuck me? He's like, you're cutting this shit with Boston Market gravy. He's like, it's all the same thing. He's like, it's not the fucking same thing.
Comes back and he's eating all the skin off the fucking chicken.
Yeah.
Have you ever actually seen Scarface?
No.
No.
Oh, that's what that's in
That's-
reference to.
Is it
When
really?
he says,
Oh.
"Don't fuck me," because Scarface means a big guy.
He
and
dips
that's what
his
he says
pinky
to
in
him.
like cocaine and tastes it. I'm
I
guessing.
don't. No, I don't think that.
I mean,
happens
but there
in
is a
Scarface.
mountain of cocaine in Scarface.
There, yeah, there's
And then there's
a.
a mountain of KFC, and he's just eating all the skin off of it.
Oh yeah,
It
so
might have been
yes.
a taste test, a little finger dip.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hot tub of gravy. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before that, like, South Park always is just so fucking on point.
Oh
like,
yeah.
With the how
Even when they've been wrong about shit, they've later they've made an episode making fun of their previous episodes.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like they're good about that shit.
when the cancel South Park season, and it was literally the first episode was like school shootings. And fucking Stan
that
gets
episode,
shot.
like that episode, fucks with me
It does.
because like what's the Sharon, right? Is that her fucking name? The wife?
Yeah, Stan's mom.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sharon,
Sharon.
I was thinking Sharon Osbourne. Yeah.
Randy, and Sharon. And
Yeah.
then Stan. Yeah,
Sharon Marsh. Her reaction the whole time and just being like, why does nobody care about our kids getting shot? Everybody's like, are you on your period? Like, I relate to
Yeah.
her way too much. Where
Oh.
it's like, the world's going crazy. Is nobody fucking paying attention?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, that episode hurts my heart.
That's
I watched a
you-
TikTok. We've all seen Chicken Little, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
movie. I saw a TikTok that was like Chicken Little literally made a movie about Joe Biden, and he's like holding up the flashcards.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, yep, that's Sleepy Joe for you.
But you
Yeah.
you can contest to this too, that like when we were at the park and I would constantly, like, we were like maybe like 20-30 yards away from the like
Playground. here.
playground and shit, and like sitting on a thing, and I would constantly be looking for Amelia, and then like there was like a little hill, and Amelia would go and play down in the dirt, and I couldn't see her, and it like freaked me out every single time. I would constantly be looking for her, and like I was kind of laying down, and she was like sitting up, so she could see her.
I could not see her, but I knew where she was because I'd watch her just go boop, and then I wouldn't see her get back up and move.
It would fucking freak me out every single time. Like, I'm constantly like looking.
So he's like,
for
"Where
her,
the
and,
fuck
like,
is Amelia?" And I'm like,
yeah,
"I've got eyes."
Yeah, and I'm like, but I don't see her. I don't care if you've got eyes.
And
I
I'm
don't
like,
see her.
and I'm like, "Wait for it," and then she'd just go boop.
Yeah, and
I'm
like, but it's
Yeah.
like ingrained in my brain now that like kids can get snatched up so easily if you're not paying attention, and like all this other. But I feel like I don't know. Maybe,
Blonde-haired, blue eyes, little white girls go for a lot of money.
dude, it
in sex
freaks me the
trading.
fuck out. I am so fucking terrified. Like, even
I just know
going
that
to
my
that,
kid
like,
is very good at screaming and running.
but Amelia's not there, and so that's
Yeah.
where I'm like, I freak out even going to like the big air, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I have to be right by her side because it's so easy that somebody could just pick her up and walk off.
That's why
and, like,
anytime you would walk away, I'd be like 5 feet from her.
yeah, well, I would make sure that you knew that I was walking
Yeah.
away too. Like, but I don't fucking leave her side. And
I am also a mom. I feel like that's good reassurance for you. It's like I'm also
Oh,
a mom,
yeah.
so I've got mom vision. I'm like, I've
100%.
got eyes on these fucking kids. They're not going anywhere.
100%.
I literally lose sleep over that shit sometimes. Where like
Yeah,
my
dude.
kids
Oh,
want
yeah.
to go out and play, and I'm like laying down in bed, and I'm like, stay in the fucking front yard in the fence, and then I go check, and like Avi's climbing on the fence, and she's like half in, half out of the yard. I'm like, get the fuck in the yard.
Fuck in the yard.
Like I can't
Dude.
take the nap because I'm like I gotta
have
go watch my kids.
We have a privacy fence in our backyard, which is
Yeah.
really nice because I can just send her out there and
Yeah.
not have to worry. I'm like, not to go out there, like out of the fence. Like you're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
And we also have a camera in one of the lights in front of my house. I installed it there, so if she goes in the front to like play with chalk or something, I can literally sit on the couch and watch her
Yeah.
on my phone.
I
Not
need
to
to
mention,
get
I can
fucking
also just look
cameras.
out the window and see her.
I wouldn't even, like, I know that she's a little bit older, but like with
Mm.
Amelia right now, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, not at this age.
No, fuck no.
Even with my
No.
fucking 6 and 7-year-old the other day, I laid down to take a nap and I was like, you guys they were grounded, so they weren't supposed to be going outside. So I lay down, I'm about to fall asleep, I hear the front door open and close. And I'm like, the fuck is
These
that?
sons of bitches.
Uh-huh.
And then I start to like fade back out, but like 5 minutes pass and I wake up and I go, oh shit. So it's like
I've
5
had-
minutes later, they're on the neighbor's porch, like in they have a hammock like
Fucking
out there.
vibe.
Yeah.
They're fucking like rocking.
And you're like, what the
hammock.
fuck are you
I
doing?
peek my head out the door and I'm like, what the fuck are you two doing?
Are you cool with the neighbors? Like, was that
yeah,
okay?
yeah, our neighbors are dope.
Okay,
we
I-
fucking trade snacks and drinks and shit
Oh,
all
I
the time.
didn't know
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
actually.
they're cool.
I've had a
Oh,
lot
that's
of
cool.
like real talks with my daughter over the past couple of years where I'm like, I've explained juvie to her. I call it kid jail.
Yeah.
And and I've explained to her like we've gone to Skatopia and the neighbors are very gun happy.
Yeah.
So we were lighting off fireworks one time and they started shooting at us. And I
Jesus.
immediately like my daughter was out in a field. Like I was with Alan in the Lula Bowl lighting off fireworks and there's like this huge ass field behind it and she was like off, like out of the fallout zone. And as soon as I heard one whistle past my head, Alan hit the deck and I started sprinting straight for my daughter.
Yeah.
I'm talking like 50 fucking yards away. And I was there in 5 seconds. And I was like, they're shooting at us. Get every kid in the truck. We're going to the fucking house. Because I know they have like a cement room there. I was like, let's fucking go.
They started shooting.
They started
at you?
shooting at us. And I told Joanna, I went, you cannot go to school and tell people that you were a part of that situation. And she went, why? And I said, because they will take you from me. They will call that negligence and putting my kid in danger, and they will take you from me and give you to a new family. Do you want that? And she said, no.
Even though that had nothing to do.
It had nothing to do with me. But
Yeah.
however, CPS would look at me and be like, you took her there, though.
Yeah.
She was with you.
And Skatopia has a bad fucking rep.
Well, that's what. Do
Skatopia
you
does
know
have
much
that
about
rep?
Skatopia?
No.
Oh
It's-
God!
It's basically
They set cars on fire.
It's a
and-
skater
yeah.
anarchy zone. Like it's
It is.
like this dude bought some property and was like, I can do whatever I want on my property, and then he just has like a commune there of like people that live on the property, and they built.
Actually, he has a documentary about it.
Yeah, Skatopia documentary is fucking dope.
And it is dope. His name is Bruce Martin, and he's shout out fucking Bruce. He just got out of fucking jail for some bullshit fucking charge. He shouldn't have been back in jail.
The town keeps fucking with him because he
Can't-
has
yeah.
this property where he
Can't
burns cars
wait.
and shit.
Can't wait to fucking see him. But he started Skatopia around the time where they were making skateboarding like illegal. Back in like the 80s and 90s when they were like skating is devil fucking worship, blah blah blah.
That's so weird.
And all of our skate parks were disappearing, and people were arresting
They were
kids for
literally
skating in public
Tearing
places.
down skate parks.
Yeah. So Bruce was like, I found a piece of land and I built dope ass fucking ramps and bowls and all this shit so
Hold
that
on,
it could be
wait
a
a minute.
safe haven for skaters.
Hold on, not dope, gnarly.
Yeah.
That bowl,
The bean bowl in
is
the fucking barn.
insane.
It is like
Dude.
20 feet deep.
It's
Dude,
dumb.
no,
Is
you
deep.
can't. You
Yeah.
can't say dope. You have to say it's fucking gnarly.
It is
because
gnarly.
don't. I don't want any skater to be like, oh, they've got a dope bowl. No.
They've got a
No.
full pipe. They've got a full pipe
Yeah,
there in
yeah.
the barn. And the bean bowl, who fucking was it?
Did you flick the bean while you were there?
Oh my god. Stop. Oh my god, fucking stop. I wouldn't.
that when we go. I have to.
I would end up with so many diseases if I even just put my hand down there. Like, no. Bam Margera and Tony Hawk came out and they actually got chased out because Bam wouldn't ride the bean bowl and they threw like clumps of fucking mud at their fucking RV as they were leaving. I think it was for Viva La Bam.
That makes sense.
It was for
Yeah.
Viva La Bam. You remember, if you've watched Viva La Bam, you've seen like that clip of them rolling down the highway and like Tony's trailer is just covered in fucking mud pies. That's from Skatopia.
Yeah.
They chased them out because they wouldn't skate the bean.
So Alan has actually been watching a little bit. He said, "I'm glad the skating history I instilled in you stayed with you." And then, "I love that bowl. What the fuck do you mean?" Which I feel like he's coming to me for that. But I'm
Yeah.
not saying that it's a bad bowl. I'm just saying that it's not.
It's deep.
I don't
It's
want
scary.
anybody that's watching this that has any that doesn't know about it to think like,
Stay in
they've-
the Lula Bowl. Stay in the Lula
Yeah.
Bowl. If you're like not comfortable with like 15 feet of just straight vert,
Yeah.
like straight down into a hole, stay on the Lula Bowl.
Alan, you are perfectly fine skating that bowl. I'm sure
He's a vert skater.
Yeah, but he's a vert skater. If you are not a vert skater, this is not the bowl for you. You will walk in there and then go, "Oh shit."
Oh no. I looked at it in person and I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah.
But
Even just
yeah,
seeing it in
was
the video, I'm like,
the
fuck
only reason why anarchy exists there is because everybody was telling Bruce not to do it, and he was like, fuck you, I want to
Yeah.
fucking skate. So he made like this safe haven for skaters to just come and like lose their fucking shit, but people get really fucked up there and they do light cars on fire. They will ask you now though. If you bring like a junker car that you don't give a shit about and you volunteer for it to be lit on fire, that's different.
They used to just take
Oh,
your
they
car.
But
used
they used
to
to
just
just
torch
they
any
used to
car.
just
Yeah.
torch cars and like throw your keys out into the fucking woods.
Oh,
and
if
like,
you weren't
that's
cool,
fucked up.
he
and now
always-
you live at Skatopia.
and now you live at Skatopia. And they used to do, they still do, where they'll pile up fucking like pallets like 16 feet fucking high and just light them on fire. So it's like a bunch of
pretty
crazy
awesome.
like dancing naked in the moonlight fucking skaters
which is basically like
around this huge fucking fire pit.
yeah.
Burning Man, but not as sophisticated.
No, Burning Man, except somewhat cold.
yeah.
Because it's Ohio still.
Right.
Burning
somewhat
Man
cold.
when it started, not Burning Man now. 'Cause
Yeah.
Burning Man now is a bunch of fucking tech bros.
God,
Yeah.
I want to go to Burning Man too, and that's what fucking sucks. Is like I just have to experience it.
Yeah.
And I need it to be my end all be all festival because I feel like everything else is gonna be disappointing in
I mean,
comparison.
you're still just out in a fucking desert
People
community that
spend-
pops up. Yeah.
People spend years building these giant fucking wooden sculptures, and they're all gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just go boop, up in flames. I need to take part in the burning church.
Yeah.
Because you walk in and you write down like all of your mistakes and everything that's happened to you, and then you leave it in there and they light it on fire. And I think that's very ceremonial, and I like that.
Fucking dope.
Oh, I need to do that.
Yeah.
Oh god, I need to do that so
Yeah.
fucking bad.
So like yeah, you basically go in and confess your sins, and then they light the whole church on fire.
I need to do that. That would be fucking.
I
would
can't
be
even
nice.
imagine how refreshing that
I like
would be.
that better than anything I did as a Christian.
Exactly. Exactly.
I have so much shit.
Like, have you
that I
guys
just
looked
need
into
to let go
paganism? It's fucking dope.
Like even some of the shit that I've done to you. Like I'm not gonna say it, but like. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Shit
Yeah.
you'd rather forget.
And-
Shit you
and-
want to move on
that-
from. Shit you want to
yeah.
burn.
That-
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm like,
Shit you wanna
that would
fucking
be-
burn.
That would be nice to just like let go of that shit and just like watch it all burn up and just be like, I have moved forward.
That's the
Like,
beauty about festivals just in general. Like I told you what happened at Lost Lands. I was literally just ditched there.
They don't have a church big enough.
Ditched.
That's from Alan.
I was just ditched there by this guy that I went with. He just left me there. And
Damn,
I'm
what the
I'm
fuck?
in the middle of Legend Valley, and I didn't have, my phone was dead. I didn't have any money. My car was in Dayton. So like I was like, oh shit. And I met like these group of people from Hawaii that were like, you can come stay in our Airbnb for the next few days. When we get ready to leave, we'll drive you to Dayton to get your car. And those people saved my fucking life.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really nice.
Shout out to the people I met first year at fucking Lost Lands, because holy shit, they
That's
saved my
so
life.
lucky.
That's some shit that we would do though. Like
And
if we
that's-
met somebody that was like fucked up and we could do it, we would be like, okay,
Yeah.
well, hey, we'll figure it out.
That's the
Done
thing.
that before.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I had this moment, and this is why Millennium means so much to me, is I had this moment where I was standing there, and I was just like, I feel so, like, this is devastating right now, but I feel so myself, and I feel so free right now, because that was a low-key abusive fucking relationship that I was in. So I was just standing there like, I am 100% me
Yeah.
right now. This is all just me. And then Say It, that song that I showed you that you said you really fucking liked, was playing. And they have like this part at the end where it's I can't fucking explain it. It's like a voice just and then in the venue it echoed behind me, and it like full body fucking goosebumps. I was just like, ooh. And that's been my favorite song ever since. Legend Valley has been my favorite place ever since. Those Hawaiian people were the first people to take me to the Columbus Park of Roses. That's why I love it there.
Hell yeah.
And I got to introduce Skyline to a bunch of Hawaiian people. I was like, trust me, they don't have a lot of shit on Hawaii. So they don't have Sonic, they don't have White Castle, and of course they don't have Skyline. So
I don't have room for it. It's so small.
So first day, they were like, what do we get from White Castle? And I was like, you need to get their fucking chicken rings and their mozzarella sticks. Trust me. Like, you can have their sliders, but they're going to fuck your poops up. But you need to get their mozzarella sticks and you need to get their chicken rings. And they were like, all right, she got it. Like, what's next? We need to go to Sonic. And I was like, Sonic, you could get so many things on that fucking menu. And it's so good.
So Ethan,
like,
get a pretzel especially.
Ethan has said, which is one of the guys I used to work with. He was a server at Max and Irma's. And he said, I've gone to Lost Lands every year. It's my home. And then Alan...
Every year, me too.
Alan said, there's a fucking ticking coming from my tire. If I have a nail, I'm committing many crimes tonight.
Oh my god.
You don't have a plug kit with you, bro?
No, 2 weeks.
Did he put the Sparko wheels on it?
No, he sold those because he couldn't. He didn't want to dick with balancing them, and we needed money for utilities this month. Yeah. But within 2 weeks of him having his brand new fucking 2023 WRX, he blew a fucking tire on the side of the highway, and you have to buy 4 new fucking tires. So he has like a whole new set of fucking. So this is his second set of fucking tires.
I hope that it's not anything like that, bro. I hope it's so bad.
In February, like, oh my god.
Oh god.
That's why you keep a plug kit with you, bro.
But hey, whoever was driving your car, you blame them because your car was at the farm overnight, and if somebody ran over a fucking nail, it was probably at the farm. But
Subaru.
Yeah, who's
Subaru?
The Subaru addict. Is that Kevin?
That's Kevin.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hi, Kevin.
What's up, Kevin?
But then I was like, listen to me.
Listen, hold on, because we were talking about that, and it was like, do you know Hobo Johnson?
I love Hobo Johnson.
You can't say Subaru without me singing that fucking line.
Wait, hold on. Alan just said capital R dot I'm S dot S dot.
Rims.
Russ. Ugh, Russ.
What?
I don't know what he said.
Russ drove your car at the farm?
Am I having a stroke?
Dude, hold on. I gotta...
You're saying ugh, Russ, like Russ drove your car? We have a Russ that works at the farm. Russ drove your car? Swear to fucking God.
Good old Russ.
He better pay for your new fucking tires.
All 4 of them?
All 4 new fucking tires.
Dude.
But then I was like, okay, the next place you have to go is Skyline. Trust me. Trying to get anybody other than an Ohio local to try Skyline for the first time is a fucking venture, because you're like, it looks gross. Listen to me.
It does look gross.
It looks gross.
I haven't
and
had
it
it in a long
sounds gross.
time. It's
so good.
And it sounds gross. It's like, we're known for our chili, and you're like, oh. And I'm like, on spaghetti, and they're like, oh. And I'm like, and on hot dogs. And they're like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, you gotta fucking trust me. And then by the end of us sitting down, they cleared their fucking plates. Then by the end of it, I saw one of them walking out with like one of those 4-packs of the cans, and I was like, yes, you did. Yes, you fucking did.
That's what I thought, bitch.
It's very good.
But yeah, that's like the whole point of music festival culture in general, is just like finding your people and finding your place and finding yourself, and I fucking love that.
I mean, I definitely felt that with like Rockin' the Range too. Like, I was wearing a banana shirt and was just sitting there watching some band. I don't even remember who the fuck it was, but I was me and my ex-wife's. Well, I can't even say that because it's still my wife. But
My
wife. Mom's husband. We were like trying to get up to the front for whatever band was playing.
So that would be your father-in-law, you dipshit.
Yes, my father-in-law.
There you go.
And I was just standing there, and the next thing I know, I feel like something hit my shoulder, and I thought that maybe it's somebody had recognized me. So I looked to my left, and there was nothing there. And
it was just a dude headbanging with you?
No, I looked to my right, and there's a banana. Like an actual banana on my shoulder.
That's some shit that would happen at Lost Lands.
And my father-in-law had already started walking up through the crowd, and like as this happened,
and you went banana.
And so I went banana and like turned around and saw a dude go and so I was like, and then did the like kind of cool thing where I just like held it by, because you're supposed to open it from the bottom.
And you
Everybody
flicked
knows
it
that.
open. And
But
you
I
ate
did
it.
the whole like held it from the top and like flicked it open and just fucking started eating that bitch. And I was like, this is awesome.
That is definitely some shit that would happen in Lost Lands.
Yeah.
100%.
I love that shit.
100%.
I've had people come up to me and just be like, dude, I love your shirt. And I'm just like, I love you too. Like,
That's me with glitter tits. I'm like, love the glitter tits. And they're like, thank you. And I'm like, I get a show.
it
Glitter
is.
tits are good.
It is the time.
The time?
It is the time.
We didn't even watch TikToks.
It's
What
the
about-
no. It's that time.
Oh, it's TikTok time.
I was gonna say
it's
there's no way it's
Oh.
midnight yet.
Okay.
No. It's the TikTok time though.
It's the TikTok time.
We're about an hour into it, so it's about the
TikTok
TikTok time.
TikToks.
TikTok time.
This first one is actually pretty fucking funny. I ain't gonna lie.
I love watching kids fall. We talked about that last week. I love watching kids fall.
So good.
Bro, that kid got right back up. That kid got right back up.
He said, but I'm not going to let you gap me in Mario Kart right
I
now.
like the
Hola.
dad's reaction. Almost as much as I like the kid falling.
He did not let go of that controller though.
He
Like he
ate
let
it.
that kid fall.
I gotta say that again. That was incredible.
Trey's like going.
He said, "Damn."
Damn.
Did not give a fuck at all.
It's a Wii too. He's got the Wii steering controller. They're playing Mario Kart or some shit.
Oh my god. So for our audio listeners, there's this tool that you use that's like to drill fence posts into the ground, and they have like manual ones where you actually like do it yourselves, but they've come out with like a hydraulic one that'll do it for you. Well, this guy stitched it on TikTok, who's an EMT, like he's in his EMT uniform, and he just cuts it off, and he just puts it real close to his face, and he's like, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Which I have made a TikTok where somebody was talking about grabbing one of those things and putting a fleshlight like in the end of it, because it's got like handles on the
It's
side.
not a TikTok. It's a post that you made on fucking Facebook. I found it, and I was like, no fucking way, because it was after I sent you that.
So I made a TikTok out of that.
Did you?
Yeah, I put that photo up. I put that photo up, and then we had one of those at work, and so I put that photo there, and then had me going like,
Nuh-uh.
and picked it up, like looking around, like I hope nobody notices, and then and fucking TikTok took it down.
I think that's why he just went.
Oh no, 2 nails, right front and rear.
Damn.
Russ.
He said that shoot site is cursed. Someone's catching hands.
Oh, Kings Island.
Oh fuck.
Oh no.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
I'm so
shit.
sorry, dude.
Yo, at least you're right up the street from Esther Camp. Just go visit them on Monday and see if they can patch it for you. If they can't, I'm fucking sorry. That's so shitty.
Oh, I feel so fucking
His
bad,
tires
dude.
are so expensive too.
Oh, that hurts.
Does it look patchable? You fucking know if it's patchable. Does it look
As
like
long
you
as
can
it's
patch
not
it?
on the sidewalls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that fucking hurts.
Yeah, the last time he got a nail in the fucking tire, it was in the sidewall.
Oh, that's dude.
Yeah.
Ow.
Shit.
Ouch.
Brutal.
Oh, race car got a boo boo.
Yeah, no shit.
Too much slippy, not enough grippy.
Fuck, dude. So this TikTok is the caption on it is 2023 Father's Day commercials.
Hey, Daddy, are you gonna come to Red Robin this Father's Day? That's right. You forgot to pull out. Now you get to eat out. All daddies get one free meal this Father's Day. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids!
Only at Red Robin.
I said this is the energy that we're going into Father's Day with this year. It's fuck them kids. We're gonna go out. Me and you. We're gonna go out and fucking have some fun.
You
It is
didn't,
weird.
You didn't pull out. Now you get to eat out.
That is
One
like-
free meal for all dads.
oddly on point though. Like the commercials are fucking. They've always been
yeah.
weird,
Yeah.
but the way that like they take culture and warp it into advertising is like fucking straight. Culture's gotten fucking weird and
It's
fun.
gotten weird.
And now ads are like mirroring it and showing it back to us, and I'm just like, this is.
I need more back support than I do butt support. Fucking scoliosis.
Ellen said
shit.
fuck this week.
Oh.
I feel it, buddy. I got fired.
Oh, sweet baby boy.
Damn.
I did hear about that. I
Trey.
kind of forgot, not gonna lie, but I did hear about that. I'm so sorry,
Shit.
bud.
That's fine. I got another job.
Nice.
All right.
This is relatable to me.
No, Dad, I don't want to go to college. I want to work with my hands. Some bullshit. Hotter than 2 fat bitches in a sleeping bag. I should have just paid attention in 9th grade.
I like how he was like, I should have paid attention in 9th grade, and I was like, dude, same.
Dude,
I was like, fuck, man.
I want to build shit with my hands.
That's when shit hit the fan, was like 9th grade, like around there. I was like, I don't give a fuck about school anymore, and the only reason that I stayed was because of theater production. I was like, oh, I can work with my hands. And then yeah,
This TikTok, the reason I sent it to you is because it is you and Wes.
oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
you and Wes. You are the guy on the right, and Wes is the guy on the
I
left.
can't explain this for our audio listeners, but you just need to go watch the YouTube or the Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, on this one.
Uh-huh.
He said that's the funniest shit.
So he was like, it's all okay.
It's all okay.
All good.
It's all good.
That's me and Wes when shit hits the fan, and then we hang out with each other and
Put
kind
a
of have
fucking lid on it.
we
It's fine.
we kind of hang out for a little bit, and then we're just like, nah, dude, everything's all right. We'll
fine.
we'll figure it out, dude. We got this. It's
Fucking
fine.
figure it out.
This is dope, by the way.
Okay.
Trick shot.
Oh.
Trick shot.
Yeah, that was cool.
I saw a video of somebody doing cornhole, but there was a dude with his pants off and he had his balls right underneath the hole, and they were trying to like cornhole his balls. It was awesome.
I saw that one too.
This is you, isn't it?
Did I send that? I don't think I meant to send this one.
Oh.
Okay, play it anyway.
Play it anyway.
Play it anyway.
Shit.
Oh, wait. Okay.
So sorry, sir.
What happened?
My dad.
Oh,
just
no.
got
Okay.
diagnosed with lung cancer.
Hold on, pause it. Pause it. This is from the...
Wait, is this supposed to be TLC?
Maybe. yeah, the logo.
Why am I
The
being
logo.
asked if I can pass an FBI background check?
Oh, because he can help you get a job
Oh,
Okay.
shooting
oh,
off
yeah.
fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
all you gotta do to get your certifications with Rozzy is you gotta be able to pass an FBI background check. Yeah,
I-
because we work with the ATF because it's explosives.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
for the job site that I worked at, that I'm working at, I had to get an FBI background check because it's a bank.
Mm-hmm.
So like I had to go through. I had to get fingerprinted also. So I passed that. So I know I'm good. I could get an FBI background check too.
Pretty sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, if you guys ever want to like do some shit over the summer, blow shit up and work some fireworks, that's all you got to do. Is just fill out a piece of paper, get an FBI background check. If you want it to be expedited, go get your fingerprints done. Actually, I think you have to go get them done anyways.
I already have mine done.
Yeah. So, and then whoop-de-fucking-do, you can come on shoot sites.
The
and
government's got
help
my
us do
shit.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the government's got my shit too,
I
but for
can't-
different reasons.
I can't commit any crimes.
Wes is like, I cannot pass an FBI
I
background
did some
check."
crimes. Yeah. Anyway,
He's
this
like,
is from.
I'm BD Cooper.
Yep. This is from the person on TikTok that keeps sending me fucked up videos, but won't tell me who they are.
You said he sent you 26 TikToks, and this was the only one that you felt that you could put on the show.
1 out of 26 is a cool ratio.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Hey, at least it was one.
Yeah.
At least there was one.
There's always just 1 or 2 that I can send every week.
Restart it.
We are so sorry, sir.
What happened?
My dad just got diagnosed with lung cancer.
It's giving Breaking Bad dupe.
Can you please stop saying stupid shit like that?
Side eye, not you gatekeeping my sleigh.
This is Emily. Her screen time surpasses over 20 hours a day. We need a specialist to diagnose her as chronically online.
Part of why I picked it.
Side eye, lie, not you going through my screen time. Stalking is literally one of my biggest icks, but you really thought you ate, huh?
With the attention
I was talking like that earlier.
Emily cannot resist checking her phone for longer
Emily.
than 30 seconds, causing her real-life vocabulary to emulate social media comment sections.
DFFR, my bestie just caught my man cheating again.
Again?
Yes, child. He keeps cheating on me, but it's honestly kind of iconic. Like, he's literally in his reputation era.
What the f is that?
Bombastic side eye.
Emily is
Oh my God.
unequivocally one of the most infuriating individuals I've ever met. Right behind my ex-wife, Barbara.
Can confirm. Can confirm. I'm pretty infuriating.
I only picked it because of the name. I didn't even watch the whole fucking TikTok.
What's really fucking stupid is like my whole vocabulary is just like Vine quotes and like TikToks.
I've been in a Starbucks and heard people having a conversation that sounded like that and was like, what the fuck?
Okay, so,
Talk like normal people.
anybody want to talk about why I'm a low-key alcoholic? Play the TikTok.
Let's talk about depression. Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
For audio
not.
listeners, he chugged a little thing of fucking Fireball.
Absolutely the fuck not.
We
And
sell
that's how we wrap it up.
Yeah. You scroll back up because you've got some points here, bud.
No, yeah, we sell a lot of fucking Fireball. Those little bottles at
Yeah.
at the place I work.
At the place where I do
I
the
stay
thing.
the fuck away from those. I stay the absolute fuck away from that because I know that would be some dumb shit that I would do for sure. Where I'd be like, oh, I'm about to go into work, and then on my lunch,
Yeah.
I'm about to drive home. Like, no, not doing that.
They're pocket sized.
Not doing. Oh, halfway.
Pocket sand.
I'm on my 9 o'clock break for 15 minutes. Let me just just a little one real quick. No.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Nope, stay the fuck away from those
I can
things.
pack like 6 of those into my pants.
Dude,
You can't even
Fireball
tell.
is fucking
If
disgusting.
I'm wearing
also.
cargo pants, fucking forget it.
Oh, dude, no, fuck that
If you
shit.
see me in cargo pants, I'm wasted.
Wasted.
For sure. I've got a flask here, and yeah.
I've got a full bottle down my fucking pant leg.
All right.
God, someone send help.
So yes, I did have topics. My wife is funny.
My wife.
She's very Latin. But she's a military brat. Like, she grew up on military bases, like all over the fucking country. She was in Puerto Rico for a bit. She was in Georgia. She's New York, like all sorts of places.
Goddamn.
Yeah, she was there
She
when
been around.
she was there when 9/11 happened.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
Right. Your skin's a little too brown for that story to check out.
We gave birth to 2 beautiful terrorists.
Yeah.
It has been on fucking. I hope someone never listens to this.
She hates you already.
I didn't even say it. She'd be like, "It's your fault."
Anyway, so with that upbringing, she has like a very funny view of the United States, and she also often forgets that
my
she's
face.
brown skinned. Like, she thinks she's white oftentimes, just because like that's
Have you looked at your kids?
You're right. It's just like kind of where our life is, and like the way she grew up. Like, it was around a lot of white people in like the bad parts of town, especially when she lived in Columbus. Anyway, so she often thinks she's white. Her best friend is a black girl who is like a lot like me, very like lefty, kind of like socially forward. Somebody who takes a lot of that like progressive shit very seriously. So like they'll have long phone conversations on the weekends, usually Friday and Saturday, and I'll catch little bits of it. I caught my wife singing.
My wife. Sorry.
My wife.
My wife.
It's like the To Be Fair. We just fucking do it. Okay, you guys.
All the fucking
I caught her singing "I'm Proud to Be an American" to her friend, with the intent of getting it stuck in her head so that she would later sing it back to her without realizing it. So I just walk upstairs. They're in the bedroom talking, playing Sims together, streaming on Discord. And she's just singing "I'm Proud to Be an American." I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, I'm trying to get it stuck in Zoe's head. And then I go back downstairs, I drink a couple beers, smoke a bowl, come back upstairs, and I catch the part of the conversation where, like, they're just kind of not talking, they're playing Sims, but in the background, Zoe just starts humming. And it's, I'm proud to be an American, and I'm like, you fucking got her. She does shit like that all the time.
Indoctrination.
Do you have an extra one?
But she
I know you have an extra letter.
uses that as a weapon, even in our relationship, where, like, where she forgets that she's Latin. We're like, I bought her mini mantecadas, which are just like...
You married a Latino woman?
Mm-hmm.
You lucky son of a bitch!
I was at the gas station getting beer, and I just saw, like, mini mantecadas, like, on the shelf next to me while I was in line. I was like, all right, I'll get some of those for the wife.
Does it make
Thinking
sense
about her.
now? Does it make sense now why she fucking hates me?
She's a fiery woman.
She absolutely
It's the Latin
fucking
fire.
hates me.
It's the Latin fire. You've taken one too many flip-flops to the head. You're fine.
Dude, she...
Chocolata.
Well, she knows
The
that
chocolatas.
she knows that I would steal her husband away from her if I could, so...
That
I
is
mean,
a lot of it.
That is a huge part
Yeah,
of it where she's
that-
like, I fucking hate you because I know... I know.
That can cause a little rift, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I wouldn't actually do that.
Anyway, I buy this... I buy this Latin snack
do
for my
have one
wife.
right now.
Not even thinking about, like, it's a mini mantecada. I'm not thinking, like, oh, because she's Latin, she'll like this. I'm just, I know that she likes them.
Yeah.
I bring them home, and I was like, hey, I got you these. And she's like, did you do this because I'm...
Did you do this because I'm brown?
Yeah.
Because I'm brown?
She literally immediately just starts making me feel bad about it. And I'm like,
I brought them here because I care about you.
I've seen you eat these before. I know you like them.
She just likes to cause shit, dude.
She's Latino.
She'll often do shit like, I love Trump. Like, she'll put on, like, the
Latina.
southern
Sorry.
voice and, like, say conservative shit, knowing full well, like,
And you're like, fucking cut
she
that
just
shit out.
trolls as a white person, basically.
Jesus.
And gets away with it. Because
Oh,
she's...
She can.
Yeah.
She can. I mean, yeah.
You know what's funny? Speaking of fucking trolling, immediately after he didn't yell at Jesus Freak earlier, he was like, I love how Alan was like, if you hurt her physically or emotionally, like, we're gonna have a fucking discussion. But then he's like super nice to me, and he's like, you don't have to be scared of me or anxious around me. And I was like, you don't know why? Because I told him to say that to you. I told him to say that to you. I straight up was like, if you could just like threaten him a little bit, I would really appreciate it.
Because
I really
he said
appreciate
that,
it.
and then
I went, I threatened you through Alan. And he was like, oh, you son of a bitch. And I was just like, hey, Alan's got my back. That's my best friend. That's
I was
my
like,
homie.
dude, I'm just I don't want to cause any problems. He's like, well, you don't have to be scared of me, just to let you know. Like, there's nothing there. Like, we're cool, bro. I was like, but from what you just said, like, we may not be cool. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do here. And come to find out,
I was the evil mastermind behind that, yeah. I was like,
love
if
it.
you could just let him know that, you know, you've got my back if some shit goes down, I would really appreciate
he
it.
does have your back, though.
He
That is
does.
true. That is true.
He does. He is a very loyal person. He's very loyal to all of his friends, and he's super loyal to his family. So, like, oh, I know he'd beat an ass. It took everything in him when Chase hit me when I moved out to not step in. He was like, I knew I'd kill him. And I was like, hey, you were comforting me afterwards, and that's what I needed right then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, you guys know about this Nazi named Joseph Mengele?
Alan does.
Oh, Alan does.
That's not a joke either, actually.
No,
he
for
knows
real.
exactly who that is.
He would know exactly.
And I do, actually, because I listened to last podcast on the left, and they've done
Yeah.
shit on...
So I've gotten back to listening to my podcasts more frequently because there was like I lost my job and there was a period of time where I just wasn't listening to the shit that I always listened to.
Yeah.
So I've gotten back into diving into my weird educational shit. So I was learning about Joseph Mengele and Bikram yoga this week, listening to 2 different podcasts, and there was like couple things I noticed that I wanted to share.
Let him rip.
With Joseph Mengele, the thing that most people think about is like he sewed like twins together and did like crazy experiments, and he was just like pure evil guy.
Nah.
Well, the way this podcast put it was Behind the Bastards. Robert Evans, the guy that does the book that we both love so much.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They made it like a really clear point that the guy wasn't just like an evil doctor that was like just pure Satan energy, like just doing bad things for the sake of bad. He was like really invested in his job and like wanted to get like a PhD and like really just wanted to be like a well-respected scientific doctor guy.
And that was just his way of going about it.
Yeah, like it was just the time.
He was trying to have like scientific breakthroughs.
Yeah, he was trying to impress his peers basically.
Yeah.
And like there's as much as people would be like he just did awful things all the time. I'm not trying to like paint the guy in a better light in any way.
He was called Dr. Death, and Alan pointed that out.
Yeah.
Baby human centipede.
But there's this thing where it's like almost the
You're
Mingala
welcome.
effect, where like survivors will often say like they saw Mingala and like interacted with him directly, but he was just like such this big name, especially at once like the Americans entered the war and like all the stories came back. The way the story evolved was like Mingala got his name was one of the most prominent in the media. So it just like had this effect of everything's Mingala. So there would be the survivors who like swore they interacted with him, but the story just got muddled somewhere and they thought they did. And like there's so many stories of things that he did that where it's like he couldn't have possibly been there at that time based on history.
Right.
Yeah.
And like the writings of the time and people's journals and shit like that. So he was just like this bigger than life name. What was crazy about it though, where he would like deliver a baby and be like a good doctor about it and like care, and then toss a baby in a fire like right after that, like just to see what happened. So he's definitely still just an evil
Just to
guy.
see what
But the
happened.
thing that was like really impressed
Jesus,
upon
man.
me this week while I was listening to I think it was a 4-part series,
Oh my god.
was that he was also like a good doctor sometimes. Like he sometimes would just like do his
Sometimes.
job. And the whole reason he was doing it was because he wanted desperately to just be like a respected doctor in society.
He just didn't
It
give a
wasn't-
fuck
Yeah.
who he heard to do it.
Well, it reminds me of like CEOs kind of, where it's like they just
Yeah.
do whatever is necessary to bottom line, basically. It's
Yeah.
like just very self-invested person.
Yeah.
And that's what was evil about it. It's not that he's just a monster. It's that he was like, I love myself and what I want to do so much that I will do anything to get what I want.
Yep.
That's why he was a monster.
Damn, he was doing Unit 731 type shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was crazy.
Anyway, lighter note, Bikram yoga. Actually, a real lighter note this time.
He went lighter note, Nazis.
Do you guys know what Bikram yoga is?
No.
It's hot yoga. It's like
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It started out as like kind of like a legit thing. Bikram, fucking, what is his last name? It's a hilarious, like Chowdhury.
Wait a minute.
Like
did he
Chowdhury?
Did he get the idea from? Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
Anyway.
I'm gonna hold that one back.
Okay.
The idea for hot yoga?
Yeah.
Well, he got the idea because he lived in India and it was hot there.
Okay, great. Glad to know that. Keeping my mouth shut for this one.
Anyway.
Because we were just talking about Nazis and then I
Throwing
was like,
babies into fires.
And did he get the idea for hot yoga? Because
Because burning bodies, yes.
I kind of hate myself for that one. Not even gonna lie.
You know what? My brain went there too. But you looked like you were having an existential crisis about it.
Because
and
I was
just like, doo-doo-doo-doo. Maybe it's because of all the Jews in the oven.
That was literally my thought process, and I was like, I'm a terrible fucking person. I'm going straight to hell.
I could go on about this guy for fucking ever.
At least I could do hot yoga there.
Bikram Chowdhury, the guy.
Get real fit. I could lose so much weight in the Holocaust, bro. Best diet ever, Holocaust.
God. Brutal.
Brutal.
The point was starvation.
Oh god.
They gave them 600 calories a day on purpose. Anyway,
It was just what if that was Hitler's like actual intention? Was it was just supposed to be like a fitness camp for like fat people because he thought Jews were just fat, so he was like,
these Jews, they don't even lift.
Do you even lift, bro?
and they were like, stick him in an oven.
Oh fuck.
All he just wanted was a glass of juice.
They don't talk about they also did cold therapy.
No, he said he wanted a glass of juice, and they heard gas the juice.
Oh yeah, that's a classic one.
We were oh my god. The other
He was
night,
just thirsty.
The other night we were going through a bunch of, last night actually.
Jokes.
We were going through a bunch of fucked up jokes.
Really fucked up jokes.
Why did Susie fall off the swing?
She had no arms. Knock knock. Who's there? Not Susie.
Like shit like that.
Yeah.
And we were going through a bunch of fucked up ones, dude. I was laughing my ass off, dude. And even Alan at one point was like, "Are you gonna be okay with me like saying this joke?" And I'm like, "As long as it's a joke, you know, like it can be, you know, like you're talking about a girl with no arms, you know,
what was the 9/11 one where it was like the 9/11
9/11
victims
just
are
in general.
they're the fastest readers because they made it through like 36 stories in 6 seconds. I don't know why that's in my head.
I mean, and like it's fucked up shit, but it's all in humor. And like if you can't just laugh at some of the tragedies, then like I don't know what type of life.
If you don't get through your trauma with humor, we can't get along. Like, I'm sorry, we can't get along. If you don't laugh at your fucking shit,
yeah,
I can't deal with you. You want to hear my favorite joke? It's like the worst. It's like the worst fucking joke, but it's my favorite.
Let's hear it.
Why don't you ever see a hippopotamus hiding in a tree? Because they're really good at it. I always get
Very
that.
dumb. I
Because
like
people,
it.
Because people are like, hippopotamus.
I literally thought about it for a
Is it
second.
wearing camo? Like,
same thing.
Yeah.
is it wearing camo? And I love making people think a little too hard about jokes and then just being like, just because they're really good at it, man.
I have one stuck in my head. It's not even that good, but just stuck in my head from like 5th grade, where it's like, how do you kill a blue elephant with a blue elephant gun? How do you kill a pink elephant? You strangle it until it turns blue, and then you shoot it with a blue elephant gun.
Jeez.
What's red and tastes like blue paint?
Red paint.
Red paint. Thank you, Trey. What's brown and sticky?
Stick.
There you go. Trey's on my bullshit.
I was not that quick. Not that quick at all.
My brain has to boot up in between everyone.
Yeah, right.
What kind of overalls does Mario wear? Denim, denim, denim.
Oh. That's cute. I like it.
I like that one.
All right,
This one to tell the kids.
I was gonna say I was just
where
we were
I'm
saying all
going.
fucked up jokes.
Where I'm going with the Bikram thing does lead to a kind of joke at a thing.
Sorry, Wes. We keep just like not shutting up.
It's okay. It's fine. I don't shut up when I get on these topics. Anyway, guy's kind of a cult leader. I could go on about it for fucking ever. It started out as kind of like a real thing, and then eventually he was like cooking people at 120 degrees and leading a sex cult.
Whoa.
One of the stories that caught my eye from the like
sounds like our kind of fucking party.
Like, wait a minute. What?
One of the stories from it though is this guy liked his sex kind of funny.
Who doesn't like sex kind of funny?
One of the it's fucked up because this is like a story from like a Jane Doe like. And it went through court, and like eventually this guy's arrested, and like people still do hot yoga, but like Bikram's kind of like this outcast now from the whole thing because people figured out he was a cult leader. Anyway, one of the stories from it, he
Who had weird fucking sex?
He forcefully put a woman's legs into like a yoga pose, like pretzeled her up. And then was like, "You're my little yogini," and like pointed at her and laughed. This is before forcing penetration, but this is that part of the story
That's just a
where
humiliation kink.
it was like he just pretzeled a woman and called her a yogini.
That's absurd.
I died laughing in my car listening to this podcast on my break at work. Like, what the fuck am I listening to?
He tied her into a knot and then mocked her.
Yeah.
You ever like zone out when listening to something, and when you zone back in, it's just the weirdest shit you've ever heard in
Basically
your
what
fucking
happened.
life.
That is last podcast on the left for me all the time. Sometimes I'll zone out and come back in, and Henry is just saying some fucked up shit, and I'm just like, where the fuck am I? Hold on, let me go back.
Go back a little bit.
Alan said always stealing my jokes, by the way.
Dude, that's not your joke. That's an existing joke. Fucking even Trey knew it. Even Trey knew it. I'm sorry I put it like that. As if you're like some kind of dunce. Like...
Alan did say one that like I had known before too, and he was like, you know, this dude was talking about how his great grandparents died in the Holocaust, and then like this other guy was like, oh yeah, my great grandparents died in the Holocaust, and he was like, well, how did they die? And he was like, well, they fell from the guard tower.
They fell out of the guard tower.
God.
And I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
I mean,
But it's
at least
funny.
some Nazis died.
It's fucked up, but it's funny.
Yeah.
It just makes you question like your integrity as a person because you're like, shit, that was good.
But not really, because I'm like, again, if you can't laugh at kind of some of the shit that goes on, like even South Park making jokes about fucking school shootings and shit like that. Like they still made some jokes in there or whatever, but they're like trying to get at a bigger point, and that's how some people deal with, you know, learning about these things or going through things, and that's totally fine. And if there's some other people that don't like that and they get offended by it, then that's on you, bud. I have no control over that. Like
the whole thing's a fucking circus anyway. I mean, there's some billionaire on a jet right now while people are dying of starvation somewhere. Like,
Right.
yeah, it's
Nikola
you
Tesla?
can make the joke. Yeah.
I mean, dude, fuck it. We're all in a simulation anyways.
No,
Whatever.
no,
I don't know.
I will not tolerate this.
No, yeah, I can't. No,
Even though I do kind of believe that, like,
Ooh,
it,
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
it might be, but it doesn't matter. at the
Yeah,
end
it
of the
doesn't
day.
matter.
Yeah.
There it is.
That was the
It's still real enough that it wouldn't matter if it's simulated. Like, to us, it's real, so that's all that matters.
I still don't want to get shot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, that was like Neil deGrasse Tyson, to call back, was talking to some lady. I just saw it on TikTok, and he was like, how much of space have we, like...
Dude,
how mu-
Alan just showed me that
Yeah.
last night. How much of space have we actually explored?
And she was
Like
like,
visually?
yeah, and she was like, think about
Actually, a lot.
the ocean, okay? And how vast the ocean is, and how much we have, like, discovered about the ocean and everything.
If you took a 12-ounce glass and you scooped water out of the ocean, that's how much of space we have explored.
Well, yeah, get into what's like the observable universe
Jesus
is what
Christ.
we typically consider the universe when we talk about it.
And then, and
But
then
then
she
what's
said,
outside of
we
that?
can see.
and then she said, but you don't have any fish in that glass. So why would you believe that there are any fish in the ocean if there aren't any fish in the
No,
glass?
but she's like, you
Why
know,
is Alan saying hold the fuck on?
What the fuck,
Oh,
Alan?
he said, who do you think Mr. Tesla was?
What?
Nikolai Tesla.
Nikola Tesla?
are you talking about?
He thinks I think the other fucking Tesla, the guy that made the fucking cars.
Elon Musk.
Elon
Yeah.
Musk. No, I'm talking about Nikola Tesla,
Which
who invented the Tesla coil.
I feel more and more justified in my hate of Elon Musk every day.
I mean,
Yeah.
Elon Musk is definitely on a spaceship somewhere laughing at us.
I
Like,
don't.
he's
keep
up
up
there
with
now
this
too.
shit. I just don't keep up. I
He
have
keeps
no fucking
getting
idea.
somehow less funny and worse all the time.
Well, that's usually what happens with old people.
I just love how Alan was like, "Let me question her fucking knowledge right now. Who the fuck did you say the Tesla guy was?
He was
Nikola
in lo-
Tesla?
He had a pigeon as a girlfriend. That's a fun Tesla fact. He was in love with a pigeon.
He was in love with the pigeon.
Let's talk about space. That's my favorite topic.
Yeah.
I love space.
Well, she was talking like you know that there are fish in the ocean, okay?
Yep.
But then when you take that
Seen 'em.
12-ounce glass, right, and you look in there and there's no fish in there, and so you're like, well, because if you think about us, like
Yeah.
you know that there's us in the universe, right? So you
Yeah.
know that there is fish in the ocean, but you take that 12-ounce glass and then see that there's no fish in there. Would you
Yeah.
still believe that there's no fish
in the ocean.
in the
Right.
ocean?
They're talking about like
Yeah.
life forms outside of
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
and how it wouldn't make any fucking sense for us to be closed-minded about that because we have only, as human beings,
And
have only explored a 12-ounce glass out of this entire Earth's ocean.
it's just insane that we haven't seen anything yet. No signs of any major civilization. No energy signatures or what.
I forget the name for it, but there's a fun like theory on why, where it's like, if you imagine that there could be alien life in the vastness of the universe, eventually there'd be like probes. Like you'd expect
Yeah.
at least, even if it was like microscopic, like there'd be
Yeah.
evidence of like things that civilizations sent out that were like cost and energy effective that would eventually make it to us. Why haven't we seen that?
Right.
And it's like, well,
What if we are more technologically advanced than whatever is out there?
yeah, we
What
don't
if
understand the time scale. Maybe
Exactly.
maybe we're first, and like it
Yeah.
that's
We're talking millions of light years.
yeah. And then
Like-
also another explanation for it is possibly that once a civilization gets to a certain point of like technology and knowledge, they just wipe themselves out, and that's like
Yeah.
90% of all civilizations. So it
Like a
seems
great
empty out there.
filter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the great
Yeah.
filter, exactly.
Did you guys ever look into the Mars rover? The Mars rover died like a few years ago.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh no.
And he used to sing happy birthday to himself every
I
year.
know.
Mhm.
It's adorable.
I know.
Alan said they were talking about rich people on big boats, and you said Tesla. He's
said-
been dead for centuries.
Yeah, Nikola Tesla. No, he said there's a rich guy on a fucking like
Jet.
spaceship jet somewhere
Yeah.
laughing at us, and I thought Nikola Tesla. I mean, I know Nikola Tesla. He invented the fucking Tesla coil. That was hundreds of years ago. Of course he's dead.
He wanted to like make wireless power.
Yeah.
That was his goal.
Yeah,
Tesla's dope. Out of his mind, but also dope.
A
absolutely.
little weird, but
But it's
really
like if you look
smart.
at any philosopher, in like ever. They've all been out of their fucking minds. Albert Einstein was a crazy fucking crackpot motherfucker.
Imagine how bad it sucked to be a genius. Like, you couldn't even, like, no one can comprehend the thoughts that you're having going through your head.
Who invented the first telescope?
Oh, I know this.
I used to know this.
Galileo.
Yeah.
Was it
Galileo?
Galileo? He invented it?
He invented the first telescope and discovered, like, basically space.
I definitely
Like-
did not know the answer to that. I am a dumb motherfucker.
Didn't they burn him for saying the Earth was not the center of the universe?
That's a little bit of a myth. They burned him for some of his other beliefs. It wasn't that shocking. Like, a lot of people thought that Earth wasn't the center of the universe at that point in
That does
time.
sound been extreme.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly because of that. One of the fun things about Galileo and like a lot of those old philosophers is that a lot of it like was math based, and then if you get into like,
And they were like, math, witchcraft.
well, if you get into like the arguments between old mathematicians and even like current like theoretical mathematicians, it's like bloody warfare when they're talking about like the way the world works through math. That's more what like got an outcast.
Can I
It was
assign us
heretical.
all like homework for this week? Just
Yeah,
real quick.
yeah.
Motherfucker, I didn't do homework in school.
No,
What makes
no,
you
no,
think
no.
I'm gonna do that shit now?
You're gonna like this. Literally look up any video by Neil deGrasse Tyson and just listen to him talk.
I mean,
How
You've listened-
soothing his voice is. There's a reason why they keep using his voice clips in like songs.
do you listen to Star Talk?
No.
Okay,
Wait,
so
with who?
he does a podcast with a guy named Keith something, who's a comedian, and you have Neil and then you have the comedian, and they just go through topics. It's usually like theme based every week, but
Oh
yeah,
my God.
it's a weekly
I've seen
podcast.
him
It's fucking
talk
amazing.
To
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's a smart motherfucker.
I was gonna say,
God, he's fucking smart.
I think
Joe
I think he's
Rogan's
really open-minded.
He's an open individual.
He
He's
is.
not
Yes.
very smart.
Well, now that he's hanging out with Neil deGrasse Tyson, he is.
I would kind of say that
He
like
learning.
with all the people that he's talked to, and that like I mean,
you could say that he's.
I think he has access to a lot of
He
really smart
does.
people.
He does.
Yeah,
like
he's
Neil
not
deGrasse
necessarily
Tyson.
the smartest himself.
but he has access to a bunch of information and has like taken in this information also, and like is
Kind of.
How do you
has-
become smart?
has been able
By taking
to.
in information.
I mean,
He very often bastardizes what he learned, though, and he'll say things in a way that sounds more grandiose or like, "Wow, that blew my
'Cause Joe
mind," than is
Rogan-
actually true.
Because Joe
but he's an
Rogan
entertainer.
above, above
Yeah.
everything else is like a comedian and
Yeah.
an artist. So like,
So people take him too serious. I will say that.
I don't.
I just want us all to listen to literally Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about anything and try not to feel completely fucking relaxed.
Can I counterpoint on that a little bit? Like, I love Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I've been listening to him since like high school.
Oh yeah.
But he does sometimes irk me a little bit.
I mean, who doesn't?
Where like he takes too much of the like, well, we don't know, and I won't explain why. I forget what it was, but he was on Joe's podcast, and Joe was asking him a really good question, and he wouldn't tolerate the question because he was like, well, scientists can't really say. And if I say one way, and I was like, actually, you could like explain some of the theories around
But
it.
he doesn't want to be bastardized.
Well, it wasn't that though. It's the perfect person to be talking to was Neil deGrasse Tyson to explain like, I'm going to break down this complex thing, explain why we don't really know, instead of just saying we don't really know, because it was one of those questions where it was like, if you say you don't really know, people are going to think whatever the fuck they want and make conspiracies out of it.
Yeah.
You could just solidly answer the question right now, but he chose not to.
See,
that
I've
bothers
gotten-
me a lot.
That reminds me of my kid because kids look at you like you know everything.
Yeah.
And they ask you like all these fucking questions, and you look at them and you're like, I don't fucking know.
Does it make you want to have an answer to everything, though? It just makes you
No.
want.
I often tell my kids like,
Because she asks me stupid fucking questions.
I often tell my kids like, I don't know, but if you want me to go find out, I will. Like, I'll look into it for you.
It depends on what mood I'm in. Like if she
Yeah.
tells me, if she asks me why the sky is blue, I know why the sky is blue. It's the same reason why my eyes are blue. It's because of light refraction in the atmosphere. People with blue eyes actually have clear eyes. Just the only one visible, or the most color visible in the spectrum, is blue, which is why the sky is blue, and which is why our eyes are blue.
Right? Yeah. Light.
And that's
Light's
why,
fun.
and that's why me and him are like super sensitive. Like I asked him. When it snows and you open the front door and it's like you're flashbang.
Oh, it's blinding.
It's
On top of having blue
absolutely
eyes, I
blinding.
also have astigmatism, which makes
Me
it worse
too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You ever like? Do you wear contacts?
No.
No.
I should be wearing glasses and I don't.
Do you have astigmatism lenses?
I used to. I haven't worn glasses for like 10 years.
I've had Alan try to like adjust them on my face, and I'm like, stop.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop.
One of my pupils is also larger than the other, so I get more
Really?
and less light in one eye.
Interesting.
It's because of concussions.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I had a brain aneurysm a few years ago?
No, that's
What?
insane.
Yeah.
So Alan took me to try to teach me how to drop in on the mini ramp at Ollie's,
Yeah.
and I leaned too far back. I slipped out of it, and I just wham right to flat on the very
Damn.
back of my head.
Yeah.
And I got back up. I got that reaction from a lot of people. A pro BMXer and Susie, who's signed by DC and now lives in California to do that.
Hell yeah.
They both were like, fuck, dude. And I was like, I'm getting back up. We're trying it again. Like, I'm not waiting for this concussion to set in. Like, I'm fucking stubborn. And Alan was like, are you fucking sure? And I was like, quickly before I get dizzy. And 2 months later, I had a small brain aneurysm. And like, I couldn't form cohesive sentences. I forgot
Christ.
how to talk. I had to reteach myself a lot of things. Me and an ex-boyfriend of mine were sitting with one of his friends, and he was trying to help me build my resume. And he was like, what previous jobs have you worked? And I was like, fuck, I know this. Like, oh no. And then I sat on his front porch, and I was trying to explain to Jaren what was happening, and I was stuttering through it the whole time. Like, I could not fucking talk. I was asleep for 3 days. Like, could not get up, go to the bathroom. I would, like, wake up and try to drink Gatorade because I just thought it was, like, a really serious migraine. So I would wake up and drink Gatorade, and I would just throw it up. And after that 3 days, I was finally able to, like, open my eyes and walk, but I had such severe vertigo. Like, I was like, from here to that doorway, I was like, that's where the bathroom is. I just need to get to the bathroom because I really have to fucking piss. And I started walking, and I just went smack into the door frame. Like, could not fucking walk.
Oof.
Jeez.
And when I finally went back to work, I had to like relearn everything behind the bar.
Wow.
And it was rough. And
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
really
I survived
lucky
a
you
fucking
survived
brain
that.
aneurysm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm surprised that my head's not more fucked up, honestly. I had some speech problems, I had some memory problems for a little bit, but I'm pretty back on track
I
now.
don't know the exact number, but like there's not a high survival rate on aneurysms.
It was a
in
very
general,
small aneurysm. So it was a blood clot. I think it was a blood clot that had passed instead of just. So the
Yeah.
problem with brain aneurysms is it'll clot and it'll explode.
Yeah.
Mine didn't explode. There was a blood clot, and then I guess it just kind of fucking untangled itself and moved
The
on.
fucking
That's so
show on
unfortunate.
Netflix, The Haunting. It's like a kind of reboot, reimagining of like that old series. They're
Haunting in Connecticut.
they do a really fucking good job of like exploring mental health through the show. But there's this one scene in the like midway through the series where this like girl with a bunch of mental health problems. She's got this boyfriend. She's like away from her problematic family. She's finally doing a little bit better, and like things are looking up in life. They're like laying down in bed at night. He gets out of bed.
And drops dead. You're talking about The Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah,
And I love that
yeah,
show.
he fucking drops dead.
Oh my god!
And, like, smacks his fucking
That's
on-
Nellie. She had night terrors, and she was laying there, like having a night terror and couldn't move, and he had a heart attack and died, and she was just laying there, and eventually she like crawled out to him.
He just died in front of dropped dead from a fucking brain aneurysm, like in front of
brain aneurysm.
Yeah,
that's what it
yeah.
was.
That scene wrecked me for
Oh,
like days after. I
absolutely.
was like, Jesus, I'm terrified. My wife's just gonna drop
Drop
dead.
dead.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna be paralyzed
or
there
I'm
watching
gonna
it the whole
die.
time.
Like, yeah, fuck.
Shit. Yeah, no, that show fucked me up. I like how they concluded it.
It was a
though.
really good ending.
It was
I
a
wasn't sure how
very
they were
good
gonna end it.
ending. I love that fucking show.
I've
If you guys
never
haven't
had-
seen it and you like kind of unsettling horror, it's not gory or anything
That's
like
my
that.
favorite kind.
Yeah, it's something that makes you fucking think.
It makes
I
you
like
question.
weirder. I like weird horror.
It makes you
Yeah.
question the whole time whether like the people are just crazy or is this really happening.
Donnie
Yeah.
fucking Darko.
Yeah,
Fucking Darko.
Donnie Darko's
it
great.
makes you think.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen Mr. Nobody's another top one for me. It makes you fucking think.
People still debate the timeline of Donnie Darko.
Donnie Darko?
Yeah.
I don't.
Have you ever seen Shutter Island?
Yes.
love
That's
Shutter
one of my
Island.
favorite movies.
Yes.
Fucking love that movie.
I don't question it because I have the director's cut, and in the director's cut, you actually get to read pages out of Roberto Sparrow's book.
There's still there's still like forum debates online of people like just
I don't know how.
discussing.
It's
like
been
people
proven.
are just fucking nonstop arguing about the timeline.
It's been fucking proven.
It's
I don't know
crazy
how
that it's like
still...
decades later though, and people are still talking about it.
It's because it's making a resurgence.
Yeah.
Because now cult classics are becoming like really popular. That's why everybody has watched Fight Club now, and
Also a great classic.
You guys need to watch Mr. Nobody. It has Jared Leto before Jared Leto was Jared Leto.
Is now a cult leader.
I've never seen Fight Club.
You've never seen Fight Club?
Okay,
what the
no.
Fuck,
Hold
dude?
on.
Get out.
Get the fuck out of here.
I had to have Kevin watch it for the first time like 3 weeks ago. Sit down.
We gotta
Sit
watch
the fuck
it.
down. I'm just gonna watch it with you.
We
it's
gotta
okay.
watch Fight
I have
Club.
it on Blu-ray. It's okay. He's like, fine. I had to piss anyways. How much you want to bet? You gotta go pee? Yep.
Yeah.
Baby bladder.
Yeah, no, I fucking love that shit.
I know. Look up Mr. Nobody.
Okay,
It's really good.
I've like seen the cover while I was like going through my streaming services.
really, really
almost
good.
watched it because I like Jared Leto, and
I like Jared Leto before he fucked up his career trying to out Joker Heath Ledger.
I mean that
I heard he also has a cult or something.
he's a cult leader now. Yes.
Look, Jared Leto. Okay, I knew him as 30 Seconds to Mars Jared Leto.
Yeah, same.
So
That's how I was introduced to him, and also his first ever movie, the Darren Aronofsky film, Requiem for a Dream, was one of the first like ever fucked up movies that I ever watched. It was
Eternal
like,
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
That's also a very
Jim Carrey in a serious role,
yeah.
and it's actually really sad.
It'll make you cry.
It's really sad, but it's like it makes you think. Like if you could erase somebody from your brain, would you do it?
Right. Yeah, no, it's that movie. I saw that probably a little too young.
It fucks.
Ruined me for a couple weeks. Same with Requiem for a Dream, because that movie ends with like a fucking double-ended ass-to-ass dildo fucking from a girl who doesn't really want it for money. Grandma dying. Somebody losing a limb in prison. Like,
oh my god!
It's really
Christ.
fucking dark. It ends really dark. But it's a Jared Leto film.
It is a Jared Leto film.
So
I've seen it
I've
when
al-
you look up Jared Leto. I've seen it there, and I'm like, oh, he's in other shit.
He's really good at it.
Because
And he was in Fight Club too.
he was in Fight Club too. He was in Fight Club too. He had a very minimal role,
Yeah.
kind of.
He was. He was.
I sat there the entire time that Kevin was watching it for the first time, and I was like, when's it gonna click? When's it gonna click? When's it gonna click? Because when you know, you watch it again, and you're like, oh shit, that makes sense.
Yeah, watching it the second time is almost better. Is picking up on all the things that make the twist obvious.
Absolutely.
They drop little kernels for you throughout.
They do.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like, it has to be
Have you
his
ever
sexual relationship with Helena Bonham Carter. Like that has to click for him. And he just wasn't. And I was like, oh my god, he thinks this bitch is just crazy. Like, oh my god, no.
You know, in the
Yeah.
beginning, there are single frame flashes of Brad Pitt as Tyler Durden, like 3 times. Okay, that's so weird to me because, like, knowing it when you watch the movie, like, it's so obvious when you see it. But the first time through, you don't even notice it.
You
at
don't
all.
notice it.
But
And I'm gonna do the same
just
thing with him.
weird.
I'm gonna wait for it to fucking click. I'm gonna stare at him the whole time, just like
It's like the old psychology class fucking shit where they would show you the video like the
over
dude
here.
in
We
a
have 9
gorilla
minutes.
suit like walking by in a crowd, but you don't notice it when you're just watching like an educational video.
That's
And then they play it back and like there was this dude that just walked through the scene in a gorilla suit and nobody said anything.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Big Fish.
Big Fish is fucking awesome.
Big Fish
I
is
think I've
great.
seen that.
That's
Little
how
bit-
that's
little
how
bit long.
that's how I know Ewan McGregor. Everybody was like, "Oh, that's Obi-Wan Kenobi," and I'm like, "No, no. Ewan McGregor, Big Fish."
I don't think I could have told you the actors from that movie, but I do love that movie.
Yeah, I
Ewan
don't
McGregor.
remember it.
Have you guys seen Doctor Sleep?
Oh, dude, Doctor Sleep is one of my fucking favorite movies of
Ewan
all time.
McGregor. The Shining is Alan's comfort movie.
I love The Shining. I've watched Doctor Sleep and the director's
Dr.
cut
Sleep
probably
is
like
so
20
good.
times now.
It's so good.
The actor who plays fucking what's her name? The fucking the woman with the hat.
The hippie girl.
Yeah, fucking what the fuck's her name again?
I don't fucking know.
Something the hat. Anyway.
Something the hat.
Yeah. She's such a fantastic job in that movie. Fucking love her.
So the little kid that they killed at first.
yeah, the first scene.
They let him rip. He was so excited to film that fucking scene that apparently while he was like letting it all out and screaming and crying, the actors actually started like, it was so hard for them to stay in character because they were just like,
Yeah.
are we actually hurting you? Like, he was such a good fucking little actor that they were just like,
It's an underrated movie. I don't like hear anybody ever talk about it, but it's one of my favorite films of all time.
Alan has
Rose
Red
the
Rum.
Hat.
Rose the Hat.
Thank you.
Alan has
Thanks,
Red
Alan.
Rum tattooed,
Yeah.
and then I went with him and got him Hello tattooed on the other arm for Dr. Sleep.
Fucking dope.
Yeah. My comfort movie is It. The new ones, not the old ones.
We talked about that a little bit. I still
Yeah.
haven't seen the second one.
Second one, we did talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he just... Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
I fucking love Bill Skarsgård. I have such a big raging boner for Bill Skarsgård. It's so weird. He's such a weird looking dude, and I'm like, but horror daddy.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
You taking a break for the rest of this podcast, man? What's up?
No, I was just listening to the conversation.
Just
You guys
relaxing.
were talking about stuff that I don't know a lot about. I didn't have anything to
I
kind of
did-
interject into the conversation, so I
I
was
did
just
have
kind of.
him make a list of like my top 5 favorite movies that we absolutely need to watch.
And I mean, Donnie
there's a few.
Darko I've seen, but that was a while ago,
Really
so I
long
would
time
definitely
ago.
have
It's worth
to
a
rewatch it.
rewatch.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Mhm.
I know that. Like, I know it's a great movie. I just haven't seen it in
When
a
you
long
like
time.
get the connection of like Frank the Rabbit and like how that all ties
Yeah.
back into
Yeah.
that's good.
It's a time traveling dead guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was just listening to the conversation. I didn't have anything to like interject, and I'm actually not drunk as shit and just saying stupid shit. So I was just kind of sitting back listening to the conversation.
Chilling.
It was odd to not just have you rambling endlessly.
I know.
We had to
You
call
think
it
you
out.
like a mafia movie?
Huh?
You think you'd like Goodfellas?
I mean, probably.
Sweet movie.
I mean,
to
I
me.
love like
Fucking love that.
Peaky,
Goodfellas is dope.
I love like Peaky Blinders.
Blinders?
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite shows. Like that
Peaky
shit.
Blinders.
I can watch that shit. all
Goodfellas
day.
is like that, but good.
Oh, okay. So you guys, last week we were
Do
talking
you
about.
still want a job?
Last week we were talking about The Boys, right? And how I told you guys that you should watch Extraordinary. I had him watch like 3 episodes, and it's
It's pretty good.
hilarious.
It's pretty fucking funny.
It's hilarious.
Still need to watch Invincible.
Still need to watch Invincible.
Listen, I don't know why I'm being attacked right now.
I just
'Cause,
got
like,
back.
literally,
I was about to
all
be
you
like, it
people have
felt
done
like-
this whole episode have been like, you haven't seen this?
The whole episode. It's the last 10
The
minutes.
last 10, it's so dramatic. For the past 2
We're
hours,
giving you
guys
great
have just been-
content.
Oh yeah,
Great
no,
content
I
to listen to.
Loved listening to the conversation.
At least we just didn't sit
No, I
here
mean, for
laughing
you to
hysterically
watch.
for the last 2 hours. We actually like talked about certain topics.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
proud of
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah,
We didn't go full ADHD on this one because I rewatched last week's podcast and I was like, "Damn, we talked about like everything and nothing all at once."
Crystal asked me when I got home, like, what did you guys talk about? I was like,
I hate
everything?
I hate that when people are like, "What's your podcast about?" And I'm like,
It's comedy.
and we even had like a little bit of a structure at the beginning, you know, like what
It
is
just
your
went
piece?
off the
And then-
rails once me and you started getting like kind of tipsy. It just went off the
yeah.
fucking rails.
It's always fun.
I should have known. I was like, I'll keep Austin on point. No.
Nope.
No.
There's no keeping us on point.
I can't keep
Yeah.
myself on point half
No,
the
but we are
time.
mentally identical. Like, it did not help. We are the same fucking person. We have so much in fucking common. He was getting tired on a Discord call. And I was like, you need to fucking go to sleep before you hit your second wind. You need to fucking go to sleep.
This
and
was last night, by
and
the
he,
way.
And he yawned, and we both at the same time just went, I'm a man. And I was like, we need to stop fucking doing this.
And I definitely went because I hadn't drank all day last night. Like we took the kids to, you know, the park, and then went to fireworks, and like I had 2 of the like ciders, and so I definitely could have had a beer like while we were out and didn't drink the whole entire time.
I
and
even
then-
brought them with me.
Yeah.
And he didn't ask for one.
Nope.
I was
And
really proud of him
thought
for
about
that.
it the whole entire time. I was like, I know they're there, but I was like, I'm not gonna drink at all. And
But I
so I
don't
went through the
need it.
whole night, and then we finally, I got home at like 11 o'clock, like because the fireworks and everything, and then we waited around. Alan kind of showed us the site, like where they actually shoot. I got to walk up and like see all
And
the
answer some questions.
yeah, and it was awesome. Like, thank you so much, Alan, if you're still here. And then drove her and JoJo home, and then they're like a 15-20 minute drive from me, so I didn't get home till like 11 o'clock. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a beer and then go to bed. Well, I had that beer, and then was like, we started chatting, and it was like, oh, I'll have another beer. And then had my second wind, and because they had made dinner. I would have made dinner once he got home, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go eat dinner. We'll talk to you later." I was like, "Oh yeah, sure."
And I went, he's probably going to sleep. Like,
Nope,
he's fucking tired.
I went and joined
Valorant.
Garrett's Discord, and
I actually saw that.
And ended up playing a game of Valorant with them. Actually, 2 games of Valorant with them, and didn't go to bed till like 3 o'clock.
I literally listen to this conversation. I'm going to read it to you because it fucking took me out. So I realized that I didn't really say goodnight to him.
Yeah.
So I was like, I hope you sleep well. Can't wait to see you tomorrow with a question mark. And then I went, didn't mean for that to be a question. And then I saw this little fucking thing pop up in the corner of Snapchat, and in all capital letters, I put, "Why the fuck are you still awake?"
I was in bed at the moment and heard my phone go off and was like, "Oh, well, I just got in bed. I'm gonna grab my phone and see who that was. Like, whatever." And then
He said, played Valorant with the boys. And I said, it's 3 in the morning. And he said, I told you I'm a night person. And I said, you've been awake for 21 hours. And he said, I'm in bed. And I mean, obviously, I'm a night person too. But Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He said, I heard my phone go off and had to check it. Just wanted to make sure you're okay. And I was like, I'm okay. Just wanted to let you know, like, I hope you get good sleep.
And then got up at 8 o'clock in the morning with Amelia, and have been up ever since.
He said, Amelia's in my bed. And I was like, why is the dirty food goblin in your bed?
Dude, it was the funniest shit, because, like, the way that Amelia eats her, like... So, like, the ham and cheese Lunchables, and it comes with, like, Oreos and crackers and ham and cheese. Amelia will take the Oreo, break it apart, and lick it, as, a lot of people do.
Starts with the cookie.
Yeah, it's totally fine. And then she'll eat the cookie. And then she'll just take the whole block of cheese out and just take a bite out of the whole goddamn
Joanna
thing.
does the same thing. I didn't tell you that. Joanna did the same thing, and I was like, will you please just make a sandwich out of it?
No,
like,
she will
come
not.
on, man.
And I'm not going to stop her. So she eats the whole block of cheese, right? And then JoJo's like... She got one of the pizza Lunchables, and she's like, I don't really like cheese all like that, so you can have the rest of my cheese. And that was, like, set off a fucking, like, bomb in Amelia's head, and she was just like, oh my god, cheese. And she dug her hand into the crevice and just got a handful of, like, shredded mozzarella cheese, and then just into her mouth. Cheese everywhere, by the way.
Of course.
She's fucking 3, like, cheese everywhere. But she was just, like, so happy. She was like, cheese.
And then he got the kids, like, these s'mores dippable cookie things where it's, like, the graham cracker sticks and then, like, tiny little chocolate chips and, like, a vat of marshmallow fluff. And she literally just scooped the marshmallow fluff, and I was like, Amelia, no. And then she went and, like, buried herself in the dirt at the playground, so she was just head to toe covered in fucking dirt. So I was like, why is the dirty food goblin in your bed right
You
now?
misunderstood the point of Dunkaroos.
We didn't get home till 11, so I was definitely not going to give her a bath. I was like, we'll do that tomorrow. And then I put her to bed. I put her to bed and then came down and played Valorant until 3 a.m. Went to go to bed and saw that her door was open. It was like, oh, fuck. And so I go in there, and she's, like, sprawled out, of course, on my side of the fucking bed. And, like, just sprawled out on there. I'm, like, trying to move her, and she's, like, somewhat waking up. And I was like, actually, I don't give a fuck if you wake up right now. Get the fuck out of my spot.
Out of my
like,
way.
get into the middle of the bed. Like, I'm trying to lay down. It's late as fuck. And then that's when she messaged me, and I was like, well, guess I'm going to be up for a little bit longer now.
It's like, why the fuck are you awake
Just
right
laying
now?
next to a sticky, dirt-covered baby.
Exactly.
At least it's my kid, Like, I'm okay with that. Fuck it, whatever.
Dirty food goblin.
I mean, she had a Thrasher shirt on, too, so it's like, if there's any shirt that you're going to wear and just
Yeah.
be fucking,
Covered in dirt.
Yeah.
that's the shirt to wear.
Thrashing.
Thrashing through life as a 3-year-old.
She is. Some random guy. So there's like this rotating like balance beam thing at this trampoline park, and it has like a rope swing that you can hold on to try to walk across it. And she was like just trying to get to the rope and just kept falling off of it and like sliding. She's so small that she was sliding between like the cushion and the wall.
Yeah.
And one random guy just walks up to me and goes, she's brave. And I'm like, she's insane is what she is. She's crazy.
She climbs, like, she has no fear. She will, like, climb to the top of shit like it's nothing.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm terrified of heights. I don't even know if I could get you fucking down from there.
Yeah.
Like,
she's an insane kid, and I love it because I hope that rubs off on Joanna. Joanna's so scared of everything, and I don't know why. Like, I slid her down the vert ramp at Ollie's as a baby. Like, I don't know why she's so terrified. I've been trying to instill, like, get up, go out, like, you got this, you're fine. And she's just kind of a pussy about it. So I hope that Amelia can kind of rub off on her a little bit. Like, hopefully my daughter can make your daughter a little bit more sensible, and your daughter can make my daughter a little bit more adventurous.
I highly doubt that's gonna happen.
It's gonna balance out at some point.
I don't think
it's gonna balance out at some point, and they're just gonna be a fucking, like, a metamorphed child, and they're just gonna be exactly the fucking same.
We put two kids together, and they just come as one.
They just
become one kid.
Unite.
Wonder Twin powers activate.
What's the Dragon Ball Z thing where they like
something?
I was thinking. This is I know that, and I'm not even a Dragon Ball Z fan.
I know what you're talking about.
I was thinking Mega Morphin Power Rangers, and I've never seen Power Rangers. That was not my jam as a kid. I was like Courage the Cowardly Dog, fucking cat, dog, Powerpuff Girls, like.
It's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
It's Mighty Morphin. Oh, I'm thinking Megazord. That's what I'm thinking.
That's also, yeah.
That is also Power Rangers.
Me and my friends was having this debate last night. It wasn't really a debate. We all agreed on the same thing. But what was your go-to channel, Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network.
And that's why we all get along, because we're all fucked up Cartoon Network kids. We were scarred.
You wait till Adult Swim comes on.
Yep.
Watch Robot Chicken. Scarred for life by Courage the Cowardly Dog, and we'll never be the same.
Watch Robot Chicken for the first 30 minutes, because it's 2 15-minute episodes of Robot Chicken, and then after that it was like Aqua Teen Hunger Force or something like that. Like
Squidbillies.
Squidbillies was after that.
I actually wasn't the biggest fan of Squidbillies.
I wasn't either.
I was like, man.
Honestly, same.
Yeah.
I just remember it being on.
Oh yeah.
But Aqua Teen though, that was my shit.
Welcome
there was
to my hooker
the
palace.
later it got,
Please
the
don't leave. I
weirder
have
they
no
got.
friends.
There would be like Off the Air. There was this show called 12-Ounce Mouse. You ever seen that one?
No.
That.
I sit down on
It
your
was
lap. You guys remember like all the random.
Tim and Eric Awesome show.
Yeah.
Welcome to my hooker palace. Please don't leave. I have no friends. You guys ever drank Bailey from a shoe?
Ah, the Mighty Boosh. I know all these shows, man. I loved it all.
Mighty Boosh is good.
I think there's two scenes from Robot Chicken that are my absolute favorites, and they're the Robot Chicken Star Wars episodes.
Oh yeah, those are good.
The one is where Emperor Palpatine gets the call from Darth Vader that the Death Star has been blown up.
Oh, and he goes off on him.
And I know, like, that whole
Stormtrooper.
Like, that one.
Stormtrooper.
That is
Stormtrooper.
my. That's my other one.
Stormtrooper.
Fuck you. That is the
Fuck
other
you.
one that I was
Go
gonna
fuck
say.
yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Like, and me and my dad, when we first saw that, the call, like, sat there and watched it so many times that I feel like I could still recite the entire
He's
fucking
like,
thing.
yeah, he's talking to like Darth Vader, and he's like, "It's okay, we'll just buy you another one."
No, well, he's like,
at some point he like stops raging, and he's like, "We'll just build you another one." It's
no, because he's like, fucking rebuild it. Who's gonna give me a loan, Jackhole? You got an
right.
ATM on that torso light bright? Now get your 7'2" asthmatic ass back here before I tell Panamani or Panda Bear, whatever the fuck her name is.
Kevin said, "Show this to Austin."
Fucking, you guys watch Moral Oral?
Hell yeah,
Yes.
that's cool.
Yeah, dude, that show was like underrated for its time.
Underrated.
And also,
well written.
People
really
didn't
dark.
like understand it
No.
when it came out, and
I definitely didn't. I was 9.
Yeah, I was too young for it. I went back and watched it recently, and I was like, oh wait, the dad is like, he's
twisted.
He's twisted, but there's a fucking episode where I forget how, but Moral essentially realizes like, I need to put my cum in all the women in town.
Moral
Yes,
Oral.
'cause he was,
I remember that.
His
that
dad
was
told
such
him
a
to
fucked
stop
up show.
jerking off because he was wasting his seed.
Yeah,
That
so he was like,
God's
well,
seed.
let me not waste my seed,
I
and he turkey based all the women in the middle of the night.
Okay, you know why you never fall
And then
fell asleep?
his dad is just mad at him about like some unrelated thing, not the part where he did the crime.
You know why you never fell asleep with Nickelodeon playing as a kid?
Why?
That's what you wake up to at 3 o'clock in the morning.
George Lopez.
Yeah, that shit pissed me off.
And you'd be like, God damn it.
And I'd always be in like a sweat, and I'd just be uncomfortable.
And then
I'm
you
like,
got George Lopez
my
just
God.
bouncing around the fucking screen, and you're like, fuck, I'm too lazy to turn this off.
as soon as I hear that laugh track, I'm like, get the fuck
Get
out of
the
here.
fuck out of here.
All right,
My wife likes George Lopez.
My wife.
Alright, peeps.
It's that time?
Yep.
It is that
It
time.
is that time.
It's that time.
I know, I've been checking the time for the past 7 minutes, just like, when are they gonna call it? I'm gonna go home, be by myself.
Well, I still have to take you home, so.
Yeah, you do.
And then I have to come back, so I'm not even gonna get back till kind of late.
And then we're
so.
probably gonna hop on Discord anyway.
I mean, who knows? I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, but I still have to drive your fucking numbnut ass home.
Listen, this is the first time in my life that I've been like, I need a
I wish
ride.
my nuts were numb.
Why?
Did you wish your hands?
Wish my nuts were numb.
Yeah,
Your nuts were numb?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Because then it wouldn't hurt.
Why do your nuts hurt?
Wait a
Wes?
minute. Do your nuts actively hurt right now?
No,
you
I just
need-
mean
you
in
need to
general.
go
I
to
don't
the
like
Just as a
doctor.
protective measure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They were
Oh.
just, yeah.
I thought he was like talking about an away gamer, like you sit on your hand for so long and then you jerk it and it feels like it's somebody else.
Or I wish I could sit
stranger?
on my nuts and they would fall
Yeah.
asleep. Like, they don't do that.
I just sit on them and it fucking hurts.
Do you know what movie that's from?
Oh, what movie is that from? Yes, I do. I can play the scene in my brain, but what movie is that from?
Gone in 60 Seconds.
No. Nope.
What,
Never seen that.
The Stranger?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Gone in 60 Seconds.
Never
or
seen
at
that.
least that's where I know it from.
I
was
might
Gone in
have
60
just learned
Seconds.
that on Urban Dictionary. TBH.
Yeah, that movie, because they're like sitting there like talking. He's like throwing a tennis ball, and he's like talking about like sitting on his hand and then fucking jacking off.
Oh, an away gamer is using your non-dominant hand. That's what an away gamer is.
Okay.
I
know we're-
literally would never be able to use my non-dominant hand. I
Thank
would
you.
Was
never
I feel like
get
you
it.
wouldn't
to
get
ask
the
this.
angle right.
I
Like,
wouldn't.
I've definitely tried, and I'm like, this is not fitting the
Dude,
rhythm.
that's
The
no.
left hand just don't do it.
It
No,
don't
I
do
don't.
it.
No.
Mm-mm.
It makes me feel like, I don't know, like weak.
Yeah, you're like, why am
Dude,
I
can't
not
even use my left-
ambidextrous?
Yeah.
But then it also makes me worried that I'm lopsided because I only use this hand.
Well, even like in
But my
percussion.
forearm and my wrist muscles in that right hand go fucking
Does
off.
this look
Dude.
bigger to you?
I've been going to the gym. When I lift a bar, the right side's always like a little higher.
Even in percussion, like traditional style is like your left hand is like the one that's like turned, and I could never do it, but I can do it with my right hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they don't
For
allow
rudiments?
that because they're
For
all supposed to be.
fucking rudiments.
Everybody's supposed to be the same, and so you have to use your left hand. I was like, I can't fucking do this.
There's
It's
people who don't,
stupid.
That's why I could never join
What?
marching
They
band.
do it the other way. There's people who do it the other way.
But for
Really? I've never seen that.
marching band,
No,
they
well,
have
yeah,
to
for
look very
bands.
Yeah.
uniform.
Well, they have to all be the same because then they also like will do shit with each other, and so it's all,
Yeah.
if there's one person that's off, it like looks weird. So
Yep.
yeah, they ought to be very uniform, and I couldn't.
Yep, there goes Austin, fucking up the uniformity of the fucking
I
drum
was
line.
never in drumline either. Like I was in pit. I was
Drumline's cool.
I was doing the auxiliary shit. I would love the quads. I wish I could do the quads, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I had a friend that's so ambidextrous he can draw and write sentences with both hands
Absolutely,
at the same
the
time.
fuck not.
tell that guy to fuck off.
I could probably write my
From
name
me.
semi-legible with my left hand.
No.
I watched a
That's it.
dude. Okay, real quick. Jesus.
Okay, last point.
Okay, he made like a cross of
Great,
like sticks.
Great point you're making. He made a
Held it, held it in the middle. Had pens on all four ends, and then drew the same picture in 4 different spots.
Ew.
Using that app,
No.
and it was like really detailed, really good, like a portrait of somebody.
That's,
Bro
that's like
said-
the type of people that make me want to quit art.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. I'm
He's
never
like, I
gonna be
think in
that
the
good.
4th dimension.
I
So-
unplugged my fucking computer. Like,
Yeah, like, we're done.
Wait,
We're
have
done.
you seen the dude that does the like realistic like pencil and like?
On the bus and on the train.
No. It's just like he's like I want to say he's like blonde or something like that, but he just he does these like hyper realistic like drawings, and it's insane the detail that he gets with like every single, and they're like huge fucking like prints, and he like does these realistic, like he'll take a photo and then take that photo and then draw it out.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like fucking insane. And I'm like,
make something up with your mind. I'm not impressed you're copying a photo. Come up with something new that already exists.
Wes only likes
That
abstract art.
face already exists, dude. That's not original.
Wes
been made
only
before.
likes abstract art. He's an abstract art snob.
Make something new.
So the Mona Lisa's garbage.
Fucking copier.
Fucking trash. You
fuck
just
you,
drew
Wes.
somebody that exists.
What are you, my printer?
How unoriginal. What are you, my printer? I
Oh
could have
my
done that at
God.
home with my inkjet.
You people, I swear to God.
Fuck you mean, you people?
Fuck you,
You know exactly what I mean.
Saying you people. What the fuck do you mean, you people?
You people as a collective that are sitting in front of me.
Racist.
Thank you guys so much for watching Blue Skies from the Basement. You can follow us on all our social media at Blue Skies Pod on Instagram, right?
Blue Skies Pod, Blue Skies Podcast, Blue Skies Podcast at gmail.com.
I don't remember the fucking phone number.
Blue Skies is something.
Yeah. You can find us on Facebook too if you want to go and just search Blue Skies from the Basement. We're on there. If you want to check out the YouTube, we go live Saturday nights at 10 p.m. and same thing on Twitch.
Phone number is 867-5309.
On the Twitch, it's Blue SFTB, and then on the YouTube, it's just Blue Skies from the Basement, and you can find us. What else? We have a Cash App.
Venmo,
PayPal.
Blue Skies Pod for all of them. Hashtag, whatever the fuck
I
you
can
use.
give you all of my personal Venmos and Cash Apps and fucking
My social security number is
my ATM pin.
You can find me on Wednesdays down at the fucking library.
Yeah. Oh, that one joke that fucking Alan told about the bus driver.
Oh my god. It was a bus full of nuns holding babies.
Oh, I don't want to know. Anyways, yeah, follow us on all the social media. It'll be in the description, maybe. I don't know.
It definitely will.
I don't follow myself anyway, so I have no idea what the fuck goes up
You don't
anymore.
need that guy.
You can't follow yourself.
Just go watch the live shows. You don't have anything else to do on a Saturday, right? You're just sitting at home
Nobody has
alone
lives, right?
with your cat, and you have nothing to do. So
Why are you like at me next time?
What?
You fuck?
Nothing? What? I did not say that specifically towards you.
What are you doing?
So,
Sitting at home alone on your couch with your cat?
What are you doing? What are you doing right now?
I would be at home alone on my couch with my cat.
But you're not.
Hey, if you're also a streamer, stop streaming. If you're streaming right now on Saturdays,
We are the
stop.
only stream allowed.
This is where you should
Come
be.
watch us. Don't stream.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Top-notch content.
Well,
GG, boys.
and we're gonna close this out with a quote from Trey.
I got a short one today. You never know what worse luck your bad luck has saved you from.
Damn.
Damn.
Insightful.
Yeah.
Last week,
Because
you, like,
usually,
fucked
you know,
us up.
something bad happens and somebody says something like, you know, could be worse, and that really doesn't do it for me. But that, for me, is a good way to think of it. Like, maybe, you know, you stub your toe and you've been down and you're mad that you stubbed your toe, but at the same time, you just literally dodged a bullet. Someone's about to snipe you.
Right.
It's the butterfly effect.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. It's been another great episode of Blue Skies from the Basement. And later.
Bye.